Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say go so, the remix.
DMB, Tuck Spice, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes, I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty who's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time within it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the pen station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes are killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger. We look good together. Take your place in my heart. With your beauty I must say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. What beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace several presents and gifts. Call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture. I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world. Anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing time.
one loving with
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Man of Prestige. How on a day? Today is the 29th of January. Can you believe it? But I am grateful for you. I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We do have a big show today. Yes, we have a lot to cover. Mo Fresh, how far are you there? Hello, Paula. Good to see you. Welcome. Wala, you collect it. No, it won't collect. We're going to learn some lessons.
Nigeria don't report, so I have to call you.
No, we're going to learn. We're just gonna, as usual, we're just gonna take some of these trendy topics and we're going to extract some lessons from them, as we do as normal, normal things. But yes, welcome back. My name is Ola, and I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios, and we have a big show today. We have a few things to cover today, and I'm just gonna get right to it. As you're coming in, do me a favor. One of 7 house rules: hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Shout out to all my sponsors: Mo Fresh, Richie, Natu, Adesua, Film Girl, Tima, Show Mama, Grace Corner, D Love, Yes TV. Shout out to you all. Our goal this month was $300. We are at $338.88. Thank you. I appreciate you. You can sponsor the show for as low as 99 cents. Just use the join button or the super chat or the super sticker button. It goes a long way. Basically, what we do here, we talk about life and relationships, and we extract lessons from trendy topics, and we use the angle we use is self-power, social seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence. And you can download the books for free. All right, the book is free. Let me do something here. Why is this showing backward? Oh my god, let's do that. There you go. Aha, boom. Number 1 red flag. Okay, so speaking of number 1 red flag, this is just one of 5 books. We have another one. Well, I run out of Get My Marriage Back, so I can't really show you a sample right now. But we have multiple books. There's 2 on real estate, there's 2 on relationship, the brand new one, of course, and 1 on marketing. You can download all of them for free at manofprestige.com. Okay, and also you can also link to other versions you might like. Speaking of the books, before I move forward, I think at this point in time, I should do a quick shout out to my brother, Brother Ben. I haven't watched this. I watched like the first few seconds because I just had a chance to go into the group in almost 24 hours. But I saw that he posted a video and I'm like, I want to watch it live with everybody. So I'm going to play that right now and let's see what he's talking about. He's talking about the book, but let's see what he's talking about 2 minutes. Let's see. I'll be right back.
Doctors, okay? Before I leave the studio, let me quickly do this. For those who have been following my show, every time I'll recommend to you guys that you should go and get the number 1 red flag. It's available on Amazon. It's on Audible. This is one book that can help you fix several issues in your marriages.
Welcome.
If you are having challenges getting to know your husband or your wife, or you are newly married, you are still trying to navigate your way through the marriage, please get this book. This book is one of the best that I've read in so many years.
Is he about to open the book?
I ordered a paperback, so I just wanted to cut it open so you guys will see that really I'm a man of my word. If this book is not good, I wouldn't have recommended it. There are 11 green lights in this book. For those of you ladies out there who are still strongly, you don't know how to find a man, they keep coming and
hello,
they are
Rita,
leaving.
good evening.
Or some of you don't know what to look out for. when you start dating a man, read this book. The 11 green light will tell you if he's the one for you or not. And you remember what they say, there is nothing like a perfect human being. You are not perfect, I'm not perfect, no one is perfect. The number one red flag will help you identify your own shortcomings, and it will guide you on how to fix it. Okay, so let us do this. I'm unboxing it right now. This is the package Amazon sent it with. So let me bring out my copy and reveal to you guys. Da-da-da. Woo! Here we go. Yeah, brother, if you're watching, I finally got my own copy. The number one red flag. Okay? It's a very good book. I've read it several times. The author actually sent a free copy to me pre-launch. And when I went through the free copy, I'm just like, Lord Jesus, this guy is talking to me. In fact, this book actually helped me understand why I've been with the same woman for 20 years plus, and we are still in love. In fact, the book, all the green lights there, actually shows me what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong. And that is why I've been recommending this book to all couples. You need it. The 11 green light is key for everybody. Okay?
But Ben is a class act. Absolutely. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that infomercial. It means everything. Thank you so much, sir. I'm not sure if he's here yet, but thank you. Rita Hafa. Marriott, welcome. Yes, brother Ben with the infomercial, absolutely. But go to menofprestige.com. You can link up. We can get the free versions. You can also do us a favor and actually get the hardcover. This is a hardcover. I think it looks like he had the soft copy, but this is a hardcover. And also you can get. You should be. Every one of you should be a member on Audible.com. If you want to be a member, take the free trial. You get the free book. Just go through that same link, menofprestige.com. And you can also get a free audiobook as well at that platform. Yes, absolutely, Adama. Of course you will buy. I trust you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So you can leave a verified purchaser's review. That's particularly, that's a big deal for us. When you leave a verified purchaser's review, it goes a long way for us. All right. Thank you so much, everybody else, and all the people that have left review. I know Natu already left a review. I know Chi already left a review. Just in case, let me just check. We believe in slow and steady. In fact, one of the things you're going to learn today is about slow and steady. We're going to make money. Today's Monday money. So, Money Mondays. So we're definitely going to take some time to talk about money in a second here before we get into the into the Yul Edochie, stuff, But let me check really quickly. Let's see. I want to check. There's a way I quickly check here to see if we have any other reviews. Okay, so I can tell that we don't have any other reviews outside of Chinye and Natu on the audiobook yet. But we're very, very patient. Okay. We're going to take our time to get this done, and you guys are going to help me with that, okay? So as soon as you're able to leave a review, get your own purchase version and leave a review, okay? It will go a long way. Let me see here on the Amazon. Let me see if we have any review. I think D-Love left us a review already. I see a 5-star rating. Yes, D-Love left us a review too. So those are my 3 Gs. They already left me a review. I'm sure, but Ben review is coming up momentarily. It takes a while before it shows up. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Anyway, speaking of, Mario says we're reading the book. Awesome. All right, so let's do this. So we did. We're going through the house rules, and we do have clothing and merch also on the platform. So if you see under any video, you see I have like 10 different designs and multiple, like 3 different types of clothing and stuff like that. So if you want to represent, I've got some really nice designs, all on black gears down there. You can just go to march dot what you may call it, Jerry, march.manofprestige.com. And if you have a question for me personally, you want me to address some things on a personal level, a little closer to personal level, you can send me an email at ask@manofprestige.com. And when I said group earlier on, we do have a group where you can engage in behind the scenes conversations. You can go to whatsapp.manofprestige.com. All right, cool. So today we have a little longer house rules because of Brother Ben. I want to say shout out again to Brother Ben for hooking us up with that video. It goes a long way. All right, with that being said, we do have some things to cover today. We have some interesting topics for today. We have a jam-packed show. All right, so do me a favor again, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Okay, and I'll be back in 20 seconds so we can start going through today's show. I'll see you in 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we're done enough.
All right, Money Mondays. We're talking about Money Mondays today. Well, today is Monday, so we do Money Mondays. We'll spend a few minutes before we get into all the cruise to talk about money, because why not, right? We can't just come here and cruise, and and those of you that come to the live shows, you know that you should never miss the live shows because of reasons like this. Okay, so there's no segment where we don't cover something that's valuable with my cruise, but there's always some kind of lessons. If there's no lessons in it, I'm probably not talking about it, right? There's a ton of viral stuff out there that I avoid, particularly because I don't like I'm good. Right? But right, like if you notice, I use this guy for the soundbite.
You doing what?
But I don't really cover his story because I'm like, what do I do with this? Right? So let's talk about the graph you're looking at is basically something that I have been experimenting with for 6 months. Okay, and I'm going to share with you how you can replicate it. Okay, this is purely for beginners. Okay, so if you're a sophisticated investor, you know this stuff in and out and stuff like that, I'm sorry, you might get a little bored here. Okay, but we're talking about the stock market, basically stock exchanges and companies that are publicly traded in the United States. In the United States. Okay, so but you can use this strategy if you're a beginner. It's a great way to get started, so you can start having your money work for you. Okay, so you can use it in any exchange, in any major national platform where the stock exchange and companies are being publicly traded. Companies, not bitcoins, not tokens, not like I'm not even talking real estate. Okay, I'm talking about stock exchange. Okay, but the example I'm going to give you is pretty much United States. Okay, so it will make sense to you. And what does it say? It says turn $25 to $13,000. Obviously, we don't do miracles here. We kind of do, but not the way you might be familiar with. Right? But so this method is very straightforward. It's called the dollar cost averaging, right? And if you're getting started, it's the best way to get started. If you've never touched investment before, I would definitely tell you that you should at least do this for 1 year before you start looking at, before you start going crazy, or before people start selling you all kind of craziness in the name of you're about to flip money into more money. We don't do Sogundogoji here, basically. Okay, all right. So this method, you can start it for as low as $25 a week. Okay, and you can start at any time. I don't do New Year's Revolution. Okay, I don't. As a matter of fact, if care is not taken, I might stop going to the crossover night thing. Well, it's kind of hard for me because I play the keyboard in church. But if it was up to me and it wasn't music, I definitely wouldn't do the crossover night thing that everybody is crazy about. The number one reason is because everybody else is doing it. That's actually the number one reason. There are other much more other reasons. The second reason is my coconut head. The third reason is, you know what I mean, because the reality is that there are principles that guide our world, okay, and most people are just too lazy and they don't want to learn those principles, and then they're looking for miracles, you know, and they use things like crossover night and New Year resolution and stuff like that. And the reality is that if you're on a path of success, you can literally start at any time. And there are a couple of things. There are a couple of simple. They just they seem too simple, right? So everybody's looking for some kind of drama. You know, they're looking for some kind of dramatic thing. You know, like a showdown before they can think it's a miracle. There, no. There's miracle everywhere. You just have to pay attention, and some of them are very, very simple. So today let's talk about money miracles, right? Not to say miracle no they tire Jesus. Yeah, so this, what you're looking at right here, is a 6 months experiment that I did with $25. 6 months experiment with $25. I'm actually going to play this short video. You can see it, see me logging in. Let me see here. There you go. Is that it? Let me take this out. There you go. Okay, let me play this short video. All right, there's nothing there. I'm just logging in on my phone into a platform called Public. Anybody can access Public. As a matter of fact, let me drop the link right now. Okay, I do have a link that you can access Public with. They give you, once you have done up to $1,000, they give you $20 in stocks. They give me $20. Okay, so if you want to support me in that way, that's a good way to support me. You can see me logging in, and you can see me scrolling in through the screen on my phone. All right. But if you're in the United States, I'm not sure if you can access this anywhere else, okay? But if you can't access this anywhere else, there's an app out there in your own local vicinity. And if you're following this strategy, you can't fail, you can't lose money. It's very hard to lose money. If you lose money, it simply means that, what it usually means is that the whole nation is probably losing money. You're probably in the middle of a recession or something like that. So it is possible. But everybody is probably feeling the heat, and you're probably feeling the least heat, because people that try to do somersaulting and all kind of dramatic stuff, they're probably going to lose a lot more money if they don't have a strategy. Okay, so that's the link right there. Okay, yeah, if you lose money, it's because the market has crashed. Thank you for that, Marriott. Okay, so did you see me logging in? I logged in from my phone. It's if you go through that link, you'll be able to link to me, and basically it allows me to give you a $20 stock for free once you have deposited $1,000 or so, and that's 6 months worth of just $25 per week. Okay, and you can see me scrolling through it, right? And what you're looking at is basically as money is entering it. But the second one, the green line, is the performance. Okay, and you can see that it actually took just about 6 months for us to get into the positive side of things. Okay, and that's what you're looking for. Now, the problem with a lot of people is that they go jump through some strategy that somebody sold to them, or some people are even buying bots now. They will say they're buying a robot, right, that will help you trade. And you know, just go and ask Daddy Freeze why he's not talking about forex trading anymore, and I'll wait. Just go and ask him why he's not talking about it anymore, and I'll wait. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. I wanted to show you that, but I'm going to go back to this again. This is the performance right here. Okay, over a 6 month period, 8.78%. And you know, nothing special. Just put $25 into okay, the vehicles in particular are the exchange traded funds. They call them the ETFs. They're basically tracking. Go back upstairs, baby. Go back upstairs, baby. Go to mommy. All right. So I got interrupted there. I lost my train of thought. I'm back. All right, good. It's called the ETFs. Okay, basically tracking the major index funds. Okay, they call them the big three here. Some people call them the big three, but it's basically tracking some of the major companies, the most popular companies, the companies with the largest capitalization, market capitalization, meaning there's much more money behind it, right? And that's what you want. A lot of people will get into some kind of positions with some stock, some kind of assets, and it looks like it's taking off, but there's not a lot of money behind it. The same people, when they pull all their money, right, there's no volume behind it. You can probably potentially lose a lot of money. Okay, so it's very, very important that you note that. Okay, so again, the idea here is going to take you about 6 months before you see that you will cross into the positive. It might crash a little bit and then you start crawling up, and then it's supposed to get better over time. Now, if there's a market crash in general, you will see the effect. Why? Because the whole country is seeing the effect, right? And you're probably better off than most people. Okay, go and ask everybody that was playing Bitcoin 2-3 years ago. Okay, so that's that right there. And but when you're putting your money in, this is what it looks like. Let me show you. When you're putting your money in, where is this thing? Where is it? Interesting, I didn't have it here. Let me pull it up. Open file. All right, then I'll tell you what. Okay, so again, what exactly am I buying? I'm buying the spiders. Okay, the spider is simply SPY. Just first, when you get on the platform, you search for SPY, it comes right up. It basically tracks the S&P 500, which is basically 500 of the most, highest large cap companies out there. And then also there's the Dow Jones 100. There's the top 100 companies also, again, with a lot of money behind them. And then the third one is, if you can help me type into the chat, that would be nice as well. And then if the third one is the Qs, like 4 Qs, basically tracking some of the biggest technology companies out there, right? And then the fifth one, I just basically put, in this experiment, I just put $5 on each one of them. So the fourth one is essentially, I gotta think. Google, basically Google. It's GOOG, right? And anybody want to guess the fifth one? Anybody want to get, Mario? Do you want to get the fifth? Guess which one is the fifth one? So what you're looking at right now is basically the $25 going in there every week. Okay, you can also set it up to automatically pull it from your account. I don't do that because I like playing with it. It's an experiment, and if you do the automatic thing, they charge you an extra $1 for transaction fee. So I avoid that by setting my clock and just going in there and just observing it. And I wanted to be able to show something like this, and that's why I went through the process for 6 months to be able to show you that you too can put a little something and put something away and leverage the powers of the market. And you can see the performance here. Just all the money I put in over time, say 9.67 in the past, but 8.67, right? So the market is doing about 9.67. My portfolio is doing about 8.67, which is like we're getting ready to match the market. And this is essentially, if you're in America, this is essentially you betting for America, not against America. You're basically saying America is going to continue to do well. That's all you're doing. Okay, let me see, anybody want to guess what nobody's guessing? Well, the fifth one is Apple, which is AAPL. Okay, these are essentially the two companies that I use the most in a lot of stuff that I do. Okay, Google and Apple, along with the top companies in the nation. All right, so now I want to share this with you really quickly. Last one I want to share with you is like a little progression of what this looks like over a period. Again, these are the same trick that I use in everything. Okay, not just in, I don't use this just in money, right? I use it in everything. If I'm going to get started with anything, I give myself 6 months increments for at least 5 years. I'm doing the same thing with a Man of Prestige. Okay, Man of Prestige started October 2021, and we basically reassess things and change. We might tweak strategies every 6 months, but we're not stopping this for a minimum of 5 years. At 5 years, do you think I'm going to stop? It's probably almost impossible, right, to stop. But this is a progression of what this looks like. If you are, some of you might be able to, you want to take this seriously, you want to afford, I wouldn't advise you to do more than $1,000 on this per week. Okay, I just wouldn't advise it. Welcome, Priscilla, good to see you. I wouldn't advise you doing this for more than $1,000. You might be making a lot of money, but if you have more than $1,000 to disposable to do, like I would say, talk to someone and employ a little bit more of a sophisticated way to invest your money. Okay, but I wouldn't do more than $1,000 with this. I'm just saying. Okay, But this is what it looks like. I'm not sure if it's clear, but I'm just going to read it to you. It's basically the first 3 rows is just $25 on 1, 5, and 10 years, based off of the number I showed you, which is the 8% growth, right? And then it's also comparing it against the alternative, which is to keep your money under your pillow, or it drops off, or you're spending it anyhow, or you don't even keep track of your money, right? But you know, the safest thing you can probably think of is probably what I call the UTP. So this is the ETF versus the UTP, under the pillow. If you keep cash under your pillow versus put this money, a lot of it will in the ETFs and in the ETFs that's tracking the major indices, right? You are going to always do better. Okay, why? Because your money, any money, see, I have $50 here sitting on my table here, right? This $50 is from, let me see, shout out to one of my brothers, brother Nee. He basically launched the book yesterday, gave me $50. I was at an event last night and he gave me this $50. Okay, so I have this $50 sitting here, right? So the goal is to get rid of this $50 as soon as possible. Okay, that's the goal. It's called dollar cost averaging. Okay, so what you're looking at is actually, if you did, there are 3 rows. There are 3 rows for what you decide to do. Let me show you what you're looking at. Okay, I needed to explain this. I meant to put a line between them, but I forgot. There is 1, 5 or 10 years for $25. Okay, if you were doing just $25 for the next 10 years every week, okay, that $25 will become basically, if you had it under your pillow, right, you will have cash $13,000 sitting in under your pillow. But the purchasing power of that $13,000 will be $12,599 from the average inflation rate of 2.65 over the last 10 years. So every time you keep this kind of cash in your pocket is losing value, like every second. Okay, so the purchasing power, as in like this, I don't know, purchasing power, that's English, right? The value of it is much less. Okay, in 10 years from now, and you can see that it's much less across the board, right? But if you did $50 every week, it's basically repeating the same thing. For $50 every week, for $100 every week, okay, for $250 every week, for each one of them, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year. Now, you're not supposed to master all of this on this episode, obviously. Just watch this segment again over and over to make sense out of it. But if you have any questions, use the comment section. You ask questions and then we'll break it down even further. It gets better with time. But the point here is that there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 examples here. One example is if you were doing exactly what I did here, which is $25 a week. The second example is $50 a week, right, for the next 10 years. The third example is $100 a week for the next 10 years, right? The second one is $250, then $500, and $1,000. I told you if it's more than $1,000 and you have that kind of money laying around, I would just make sure I employ more sophisticated ways. We talk to a professional, so that, because you're overdoing yourself at that point in time. Okay, but again, the second column again represents how much you're investing in any given week for that period of time, right? And then the total investments basically had multiplying by the number of weeks, right? And then the fourth column is essentially dollar cost averaging on the ETFs. Okay, basically you're looking at $15,000. If you did it for 10 years, $25 over $15,000, right? The gain is about $2,400. That's your money has grown basically, right, in terms of value, because it's sitting in there, and you only do this with the amount of money that you know you're not going to pull out because you're broke tomorrow. Okay, so if you're going to I like the idea, I'm going to go and put 500, and then 10 weeks from now you're like broke, and then you go pull the money out, you destroy the whole point. Okay, all right, this is a minimum of 10 years. Okay, I'm just showing you the progression over a 1, 5, 10 years. This only should be the kind of money you can put away every week. Okay, so the gain, you're looking at gain, and then under the pillow you will lose basically some value of that money. For $1,300 in total, you will end up with the same value of $1,265 just using for I'm just using this for illustrative purposes only, based off of the last 10 years of inflation rate of 2.65. Okay, so the loss from inflation off of a $25 over a 1 year period is you've lost $35 in value, right? Anytime you hear that things are getting more expensive in the market, and yeah, basically that's your money losing value, right? Or anytime you hear that Naira is now $2,000. I don't know if that's where we're going with that, but you get the gist. Okay, now the actual net loss, also like adding all of the money you could have lost, and you can look at that all the way down. The extreme situation, let's say extreme here, you're doing $1,000 every week for the next 10 years. You're looking at about $500,000, okay, that you put in $520,000, right? But the actual, if we go in that same progression, hypothetically, right, it's going to average out. There will be recession, possibly, maybe once in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe 2 times, right? We don't know. The bottom line is that it's a curve. When you measure yourself against everybody else, most people probably lost a lot more money. Okay, so but you're basically trending with the market, because there's all kind of forces in your favor, including the president of the country, including the financial secretary, all these people, they want your money to keep growing. Essentially, you're leveraging. That's the whole idea of dollar cost averaging. Okay, and the value, if we're averaging that just hypothetically over the next 10 years, you're looking at about additional $97,000, okay, in value on top of your money. And the flip side of it, if you are able, let's say you are just that disciplined, you are the weirdo, and you are very disciplined, and you can put $1,000 under your pillow for the next 10 years, basically that money, you've donated about $520,000 under that pillow for 10 years, but the value of it is $505,000. You've lost at least $14,000. Okay. And then when you had the fact that you could have had the money alternatively in the market, you've actually lost over $100,000 in total. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you really quickly. Again, you can see the thingy there. I wanted to share that with you for today's Money Mondays. All right, and then again, processes. Think about it. The point is this. Okay. There are other forces that are working in your favor if you know how to leverage them. Okay, you don't have to start all complicated. You can keep it simple. You can even do as low as $1 on the platform. Okay, I don't know why you would want to do that, but if it gets too low, it gets retarded. Okay, you don't want to do that. Okay, but I'm just showing you an experiment of just $25. Have this thing, just take it away every week. That's $800+ Okay, so in total, I've probably put like $600+. But it's now showing about $800. You do the math yourself. My math is probably not accurate in right now, but the idea is you want to have a large market cap forces behind your money, pushing it forward like that. And then also you are essentially reverse engineering consistency, commitment, okay, and discipline, which are essential ingredients if you want to do anything successfully in life. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it. It will become additional content for us. We'll continue. Even if I don't know it, I'll go and learn it. I'll come back. I'll share what my insights are with you. Welcome, Nani. Welcome. All right, so let's do this. That's all I have for you today on the Money Monday segment. We're getting closer and closer to the cruise part of the show. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications. And I'll see you in about 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, quickly I want to talk about, I used to talk about these people, but we stopped watching the show. So, but I've seen some things in the trending news platforms in the past few days. So I wanted to talk about it. Let's talk about MARTELL, HOLTZ, and Melody HOLTZ. Sorry, used to be Melody HOLTZ, but they're now divorced. They're on a show called Love and Marriage Huntsville on their own network. And I'll give you a quick recap of what we watched on that show when they started the show some years back. How many years is Love and Marriage now? Tima used to be the one to tell me that she watches it. How many people, anybody here watches Love and Marriage Huntsville? Or you've seen it in passing? Love and Marriage Huntsville. How many years? Let me see if I can find it. Love and Marriage Huntsville has been around for, let's see, they're on season 7 right now. Does that mean 7 years? Not necessarily, right? I'm trying to see here. They've been around for a while, but you know, part of the people that really launched the show is this lady you're looking at on the screen, Melody HOLTZ, ex-HOLTZ. She's ex-wife now. She changed her name back to, which was one of the issues. Okay, but basically this show was supposed to be about marriage, you know, showcasing a few couples, right, that were living in Huntsville, Alabama. They were real estate professional, showcase their business, showcase the ups and downs of marriage. Okay, and before they could finish second season or so, they basically exposed that this guy has had an affair, extramarital affair with the same lady for 5 years before that point in time. So they pick up the pieces. They fought back and forth with each other, picked up the pieces. She got pregnant. By the time she delivered the baby, they were separated again. They're now divorced. Okay, so, and they've been divorced for a minute now, maybe 2-3 years, I'm not sure, but this is what is going on the shows, and what I've been seeing in terms of the online drama represents what divorce looks like for most people. You know, most people are trying to run away from their problems, but then it seems like the problem is them. Right? You know, most people try to run away from their shadow, but you know, imagine trying to run away from your shadow. Right? Every time you look around, there you are again, because your shadow is your shadow, you know, regardless of what side we're talking about. You know, it takes when people say it takes two to tango, there are certain contexts where I push back. Right? One of those contexts is when it's time to put in your own effort. I said no. Your effort, right? Remember what I was just showing you in the stock market. Your effort is a straight line. You just focus on that. Sometimes the ups and downs of real life, the result you create, it's not going to look like your input. But you have to understand that there's commitment, there's consistency, and there's discipline. And then if you keep it up, it doesn't have a choice. That if you're on the same path, if you're on the right path, of course, it doesn't have a choice. It's the only way is upwards, you know. But most people, they think short term. They think 3 days. I'm the only one that I've been putting in all the effort. In 3 days, it's time for somebody to reciprocate. And this is why I push against give and take. This is why I push against it takes two to tango. I say, what do you mean by it takes two to tango? Eventually, yes, it takes two to tango. You're talking about the result you're looking to create, but you're not focusing on your own input. It might feel like you're the only one tangoing in the beginning, okay? But when you understand the result that you get from long-term commitment, you know, if you understand that in life in general, there are principles, and the ups and downs can take you out if you're not strong enough. That's the reality, okay? That's the reality. So they've been up for 2000. Thank you, Jerry Marriott. They for 2018. I watched that show, and I wish she would stop filming. He is dangerous. Oh, he's dangerous. You think? So I'm looking at a report here. I do think he's dangerous, by the way. But I want to apply some empathy here. The person that's going to need the most empathy from me is particularly because of where most people kind of like predict my angle is going to come from. I'm always going to hold men accountable. Why? Because they want to be leaders. Okay, so they are responsible. It's just what it is. They're responsible, right? Because they want to. You want to be a leader. That means more responsibility. Ladies, you want to compete with a man in leadership and call it no, it's partnership. I want. Well, that means more responsibility. Just as long as you're willing to take that on, that's fine, you know. But I doubt if it's gonna work. Just a doubt. It's possible. I just doubt it, you know. Because you probably don't want a man who can be a leader either, right? So I have a tendency to hold men accountable in general. So he's going to need my empathy. because of that, right? Because if he was here, like, it's not just about this guy, by the way, it's about all the Martells in the world. They need empathy. They need you to, like, don't pander to women, you know. And I'm like, don't pander to women. How about leave the women alone for a second? Let me talk to you, brother, for a second, okay? Let's look at the results you have been creating, right? Like, I know you have a good heart. You are quote unquote a good guy, you know. Gang, I want Tyrese, right? You're a good guy. You never did anything wrong. You tried your best to be a good man. Unfortunately, your results are speaking otherwise, right? And unfortunately, it's gonna sound like I'm saying it's your fault, but this has nothing to do with that. I'm just trying to give you to potential, like, maybe look at how you move, you know. Maybe like in the blind spot you can see empathy is failing me, but you get the gist, right? There's something I'm trying to help you see here, and it's in a blind spot because you're a human being like the rest of us, rightfully so. You're caught up in your feelings. So if somebody drag you with the you want to match energies. You want to match energy in the same breath, claim to be the leader. You see the discombobulation is not adding up, right? So I'm looking at the report here on hotnewhiphop.com. It says earlier on this month, Love and Marriage Huntsville star MARTELL HOLTZ was arrested in Alabama. According to the Madison County Sheriff's Court, he was booked on charges of third-degree domestic violence and harassing communications. All right. He was released only 3 hours later after posting bond. Now, keep in mind, they have 4 kids together, okay? And he has a 5th kid that was born shortly after the last born that she had with Melody, right? And that was born by the person he was having an affair with, okay? So, now, the cheating, as always, this is man of prestige, so I don't do judgment here. I just kind of point out maybe you can move a different way, right? So you can create a better result, right? The cheating is not really my concern. If you cheat, there's consequences. Very simple. It's wrong, and there's consequences for cheating. One of the consequences, well, you might end up with a child that many human beings will consider illegitimate. You see what I'm saying? That's just what it is. If you're a woman, you cheat, well, your issues are probably deeper than that before you cheated. It's low self-esteem usually. That's what leads to stuff like that. So I'm not here to judge you on that. I'm just here to tell you that when you end up in crisis in life, crisis created by your own hands, your own bad behavior. We all have bad behaviors. When you end up in that kind of crisis, you have to be willing to face the consequences with your full chest, especially if you're a man. You should know this as a given. You should be willing to face the consequences of your full chest, but it's not really the sin or what you did, it's how you respond to that crisis. And you're not no different. Like the rest of us, we're barely ever prepared for crisis because we were told that it's a Hollywood or Nollywood movie. It's supposed to be perfect, happily ever after, and even if I commit a wrong, they're supposed to be nice to me and forgive me as fast as I want it. Well, the reality is that that's not how it works, right? You're going to have to be patient, be generous with patience if you know you've committed. And by the way, they may never forgive you. You should know there's no guarantee here, right? But that shouldn't stop you from living a wholesome life, okay? It shouldn't stop you from picking up the pieces and making the best out of the cards you've been dealt. And this young man is struggling. We're still reading the news, right? He was released only 3 hours later after posting bond. Regardless, the arrest prompted plenty of chatter among fans, particularly surrounding who pressed the charges. Regardless, the arrest prompted plenty of chatter among fans, particularly surrounding who pressed the charges. At the time, the identity of his accuser had not been released. Interesting. All right. Now, it's speculated that his ex, Melody, is the one accusing him of domestic violence. They had their fair share of ups and downs in their marriage, and throughout their subsequent divorce last year, she filed for a restraining order against MARTELL, accusing him of child abuse. Now, somebody's going to come here and say, hey, you did not follow the story. You know the details. Please teach us in the comment area. I'm just going by what I'm reading right now and the little I know from when I used to watch the show, okay? So pardon me, I'm sorry. There's some lessons we're going to extract off of the limited information I have here. I know you're a fan. I know you know all the story. Share with us as much as you can in the comment, and then we might just take that on the next episode of, talking about this, okay? The defendant has used objects to hit his children hard enough to draw blood. And I quote, the defendant has used objects to hit his children hard enough to draw blood. He has spanked them excessively, and he has used slurs and other insults towards his children as discipline techniques. Our filing read. All right. Now I want to play this video. There's a small video here that I think I should play. Let's see.
Oh, no, I got it now. Why are you acting like that?
Quit recording me. Like, don't get recording me like you gonna put me out on blogs or some shit. Don't fucking record me. Don't. So record this, okay? Since you never.
Oh, you gonna tap my?
No, chill out. Don't play with me.
Don't make things worse.
I will.
Okay.
I will. Call them and get my money moved back to the account.
No, it's our money.
And split it 50-50 like it's supposed to be.
We didn't split the $150,000 50-50. What? Why are you messing our shit up? Don't do, Mel. Stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do that.
Quit acting like you have not pushed
No, do not. You go ruin this furniture.
And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No. Do not put that on.
Oh. Call now. I'm not playing with you about my
Very, very bad. Okay. It's bad on both parts, right? It's bad on both parts. But for me, this is the matter of prestige. You're a man, you pull out your phone. If you feel that unsafe that you have to pull out your phone already, we talked about that when it came to Jamie Perkins. If it's so unsafe that you have to pull out your phone and start recording, you shouldn't be there. I don't care if it's your house. This is where some lame one will say, well, I'm not a coward. No, you're a coward, literally. Then you become a coward, literally, at that point in time. Because now you're fighting with your mouth. You're fighting with your emotions. That's not going to fly for you. That's not going to work out good for you. Your environment, the resources you have does not add up to that. You're going to generate bad results. It makes no sense. No, it's only making sense to you if it makes sense to you because you're lame. You don't understand how this world works. You're caught up in your feelings. Leave your feelings on the side for a second. Just think a little bit, have some foresight. When you pull out your phone, you feel so unsafe and you pull out your phone, right? Write out 5 different possible results you can generate from that. You can end up in jail. You can end up dead. The person you're dealing with, they are caught up in their emotions. Oh, Ola, hold them accountable too. No, shut up for a second. Let me hold you accountable, right? You can end up in jail. That person can end up there. You can end up dead. If children are in that vicinity, they can end up badly hurt. Have you noticed that I said nothing about if you're right or wrong?
You're right.
Right? It has nothing to do with if you're right and wrong. That's what you go to a court to do, especially if you're already divorced. Right? If you're already divorced, the best thing to do is you use the laws. And it's going to take time. It's not going to be contrary to popular belief of the lames. In court, they're going to take their time to go through your case. Once you end up in that space, you're going to have to be extremely patient. But that's the best option for you. You don't want to be using this emotional stuff back and forth. It's not going to work out for you. So what part is she responsible? The same goddamn thing. The same thing. But when everything else fails, I'm guessing you want to be a leader. Why don't you lead the dance you're looking to see? Whoever wants to be the leader should lead. Meaning you lead with stop. Stop everything. De-escalate everything. And sometimes de-escalating means you walk away from the situation. It's temporary. And if you don't like it, you can just look at why we're making a report on this today. Is that really what you want to keep doing? That's a coward move. I'd rather just face it. No, you're a coward. Because you're only thinking with your emotions in this present moment. And that goes for whoever is trying to claim leadership. It could be the man or the woman. You pick one. So what's the role of the woman? Well, you should be leading your own life. You shouldn't put yourself in harm's way like that. You shouldn't have a bat in your hand. Because again, one wrong move, anybody can be taken out and somebody might end up in jail for the rest of their lives. This kind of stuff pisses me off. It does. Let me see here. So that was that video. It says child during this interview with, okay, so he put out this video to make a point. Let's talk about that. Okay, let me read the report. Now, however, Martell has sat down with Tasha K, a blogger, to share his side of the story. The obsession with having to share your side of the story is going to get you in trouble, even if you're right.
Well, you're right.
Okay, you're going to get in trouble. And let me tell you something, when you do get in trouble, you're going to drag all those children and they're going to be involved. And that's the worst, that's the saddest part about the whole thing. All right. He accuses her of being abusive towards him throughout the divorce process. Even recently, unveiling footage of some of their altercations. So he brought this video out to do what? To tell the whole world that he was right all along.
Well, you're right.
Are you confused? If you're that right, why do you need everybody else to agree with you that you're right? If you're really that right, if you need everybody else to agree with you that you're right, your only best bet is the court. Not Tasha K, not any blogger, not me, because I already don't think you're right. Okay? I say you're right because you're obsessed with it. You want me to tell you you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay? But your results are wrong. Everything is wrong. You have your ex-wife accusing you of drawing blood because you were disciplined. Even if she's lying, the picture of your family is terrible. You have to do something about that. That's all you should be focused on. Not if you're right. If you're right, okay, you're right. There's nothing to argue. Now, what about this result you're generating? What are you going to do about it? In the footage, Melody is seen attempting to damage some of their belongings during this agreement, including furniture, a large potted plant, and more. This is bad behavior, ladies. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you're trying to destroy stuff, you're throwing stuff at the wall because you're angry, it's bad behavior. Okay? Obviously, you ended up with somebody who doesn't know what he's doing, who does not know how to keep his household together. You obviously end up, so you don't have the resources of acting mad when you know that person's gonna match your energy anyway. You need to back off of that situation completely. Never mind what's gonna happen. Don't worry about that for now. Back off of each other. This is what it looks like before you see fatal affairs, before you see a fatal ending, or you see all those crazy shows that you guys watch. This is what it looks like. People throwing tantrums, throwing stuff at the wall, say, yeah, I'm angry too. Call them right now. Call them. If you have to raise your voice, it's already too late. Just leave. Go and sleep in a hotel room for the night. So if this was happening after they're divorced, what do you think happened when they were living in the house together? Somebody said, no, it's because he's just pissed off because she left. No, you've always been exactly that person, if not worse. While the full episode has yet to release, he also accuses her of cheating on him in the teaser, which was posted on YouTube yesterday. You want to crucify me on this? And I quote, you want to crucify me on this show when you know you was doing the same effing thing. All right. So he's more concerned about that he's a cheater.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, you're not a cheater. Okay, you're not a cheater. All right. The whole world says you're a cheater. What are you gonna do about that? You think you can convince the whole world you're not a cheater? Like, imagine what you're investing your time in, pulling out those videos, pulling out receipts that she cheated on YouTube. That's not gonna help you. It's gonna make you look more like a wussy, like the coward that you are. I'm not talking about Martell, all the Martells. I'm talking about all the coward Martells out here. The tit for tat thing, it doesn't work in any type of relationship, including relationship with your exes. The relationship with your ex required the same amount of work, if not more, for the sake of your children. Forget the marriage. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The marriage is over, it's over with. But guess what? Welcome to the real world. You still have to manage this relationship. You can use the court if you want, or you can learn how to sit down in mediation. It's completely up to you. But you're not gonna skip this work. You're gonna get this work. Okay. So I don't know if he truly was punishing his child in a way that, you know, that drop. I don't know that, because people lie against each other when they're in that kind of funky place. It doesn't matter. What we can see right now is nasty. And then releasing videos of your ex-wife, the mother of your 4 kids. Let me bring the empathy back. Tell me, what are you trying to get from that? I'm talking about all the Martells, not this Martell. I don't care about this guy like that. He's a star. He'll be fine. Okay? I'm talking about you, that you end up watching this video. Either you're the man or the woman, right? When you pull out all this recordings, all this screenshots and all this stuff, and it's not being presented in court, you're pulling it out to do exactly what? When you have children with this person, like, what's the goal? Or like, you just don't understand. Some people, you just need, you know, they will tell you you're lying to yourself. I get it. That's the whole point. So like I told you, it's probably going to take you a lot more. It's going to require more of you to manage this relationship in this space right now. So a couple of things. If you're not yet married, okay, these signs were there all along. This kind of toxic, extreme stuff, the signs were there. You need to pay attention. Talk to someone. If you're already married, hey, welcome to the real world. Okay, you probably are terrible at managing your relationship. Well, just disengage and start learning how to manage your relationship. Okay, because even if you leave that marriage, you're still gonna need that, right? That doesn't mean you shouldn't leave. That's not the same thing. Okay, sometimes you need to leave. Let me see here. Sometimes that's what you need to do. If people are not willing to match up to your level of growth, you need to leave them behind. But remember what I just said, growth, right? You're not running away from your problems, okay? If you run away from your problems, that's like running away from your shadow. It follows you everywhere you go. There's a whole light beaming on you all the time. That shadow will follow you everywhere you go. Okay, but if you've made it clear, if it's clear to you, you've seek the help you need, and that's that person's problem, then that means you're growing. Then they deserve to be left behind. That's not going to be easy, but that's still what you're supposed to do, particularly for the sake of your kids. Okay, you don't stay in a manipulative, destructive situation because of your kids. You're destroying your kids if you do that. Anyway, I just wanted to catch up on the love and marriage Huntsville thing a little bit, because we used to cover that story here heavily. Let me see. Chia says, I can't stand this fool. He will start up the pot and start to record and sounding all calm. Yeah. You know, all he needed to do for me not to believe him is to go to Tasha K. That's it. What do you mean? So men can't speak up? No, they can't. They have to do that within controlled environment. They can, but not... They can't do that outside of controlled environment. Okay, all of these 20 million monitoring spirits, you will get this work. and it's going to backfire. It's going to work precisely against you. Okay. Not only does it work against you, it works against the whole family, including the ex and the children. So, but that's your responsibility. Is that what he revealed in the Tasha K interview? Man, you've been divorced 3 years. Yeah, moving on is the hardest thing for human beings to do. I call it letting go sometimes, right? Letting go is one of the hardest things for human beings to do. And that strength or weakness is going to be tested if you end up in a divorce. Just what it is. So it's a major work that you have to put a focus on if you end up serving breakfast or collecting breakfast, you know, when children are involved, of course. Chinye, he's not bright. We see him losing his mind on that show anytime her name comes up. He's obsessed with. Yeah, somebody said he's still in love with his wife. But being in love is not necessarily a good thing. It depends in what context are you in love. In love can be obsession, right? In love, it's not the same thing as loving a person, right? In love, it's essentially just feelings, right? So if you're still caught up in feelings about how somebody is moving forward, yeah, we could probably label that as in quote, in love. But is that a good thing? No, not necessarily. Not in that context. That's dangerous for you. See how cool he was acting because he was recording. Yeah, because he was the one, he was a cameraman, right? We've always touched on that here on this platform. Who's recording? Why are they recording? What was the motive? For evidence, no reader. Nope. Nope. It's manipulation. What they need to do, if it's that unsafe, is to leave. Okay? Unless it's ADT or Ring camera that's recording and you're not the one that positioned the camera, then it becomes valid. But you're the one that put the camera on the stand. Or you're holding it like this. No, you're just toxic. Like the rest of them. And you're enjoying the toxic vibe that's going on. It's like drug. You know that something is wrong, but you can't pull out. Pause. He's a manipulator to the core. Pulling out camera when you feel unsafe is definitely manipulative behavior. That's what that is. No, I know you're going to come back and tell me you want evidence that it's been going on for so long. The court wanted you to collect evidence. Trust me, if the court wants evidence, they have other ways of doing it without putting your safety at risk. Safety first. And especially safety of the kids first. But I want to know what your thoughts are. If you know some more about this story, like I said earlier in the middle of this segment, please educate us in this, because again, I haven't been watching the show. Because we don't pay for cable anymore, but I see a little bit on YouTube here and there every now and then. I love the show because we get to see what these toxic things look like to some extent. You know, somebody said they staged it. No, they didn't stage it. Nope. This is they just want they are getting some kind of money from being on that show. They wouldn't really be in scenes together if not because of the money, but the money is a magnifier, sort of kind of like social media, right? The money is a magnifier, so it is what it is, you know. So they're there to collect that money, but more so, everything that's been magnified are real. Those are all real behavior. Don't get it twisted. Okay. All right, that's what I have. So what do you think? Share with us. What do you think? What's your opinion about this, guys? What do you think about Melody? I want to hear from you if you feel like Melody is doing too much. I think she does too much, personally. I think Melody gets a lot of she gets a lot of passes because this guy doesn't know how to move. This guy will not stay clear so we can see Melody's true color. He's telling him to stay clear, but he keeps interrupting the whole thing, you know. But I feel like Melody also is she's a culprit in all of this, and I know that Melody fans out there are not gonna like that when I say that. But please disagree with me respectfully. I want to hear your thoughts on it, and then we'll take it from there. You know. Yes, I'll be back in 20 seconds. Yep, we got some more to talk about.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Oh All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Victoria INYAMA really quickly. I think we touched on this when Lola was on the show over the weekend. I'm not sure if I think we did, you know. But there's a Victoria INYAMA story here that I want to... she's a veteran actress, Nollywood actress from way back. What I heard is that she's... I don't really remember her, to be honest with you. I heard that she's from the era of... what you may call it. She's from the era of Genevieve and them, from the 90s. And I guess she married. She married and then moved to maybe London, somewhere in the Western world, I'm not sure. And she basically said on today's show that she had been collecting woto, you know. So I want to play some of this video and then we'll take it from there. Let's go. Anybody remember Victoria INYAMA? Okay. She said every time Man U, the team, the soccer team, anytime they lost, the husband will pounce on her. Let's see here.
Get upset, hey, they move. And I tell them, okay, he comes home, maybe he loses a case in court, and he comes home angry. And for no reason, he could just say, oh, why is that thing there? Or why is the TV like this? Or I told my pastor one day that this guy beats me because a certain football team lost to, his football team lost to another, and that was it. He went and punched the TV, and as he punched the TV, I just said something like, what are we going to do? All
right. Let me stop there for a second, because if somebody punched the TV, man or woman, call the cops. Okay. Just call 911. Okay. Or whatever they call in the UK. Just call it. Don't waste any energy. Okay. Most people that end up in this kind of situation, they haven't heard this before. And if they've heard anything, they've heard her grandma. She threw the grandma under the bus on this. She didn't mean to, but she threw her grandma. She was raised by her grandma, and her grandma taught her kindness. But you know, to her, in our own opinion, kindness is when somebody punched the TV, don't call the cop. That's not kindness. At least that's not kindness to yourself, right? That's not kindness to your kids, right? Let's do the math properly. All right, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of, especially in a chaotic situation where people are angry and people are caught up in their feelings. There's a lot of stuff, right? So that one factor, that kindness thing that your grandma taught you, cannot be the one thing you hang on to so you can come back and say it was wrong. No, it can't be. Okay, there's context. There is what's the word I'm looking for? There's other moving variables you need to think about. Kindness cannot be the first thing on your mind. This is just coming back and capping and trying to oversimplify something that's clearly complex, right? People should still be kind. There's great rewards. The more kind people we have in society, the greater the rewards are. This has nothing to do with somebody punched the screen because what? Let's continue. Let's see what she's saying.
And he turned on me like he went and punched the TV, and as he punched the TV, I just said something like, what are we going to be watching?
What are we going to be watching now?
And he turned on me like, is it your father's TV? Or your mother? Did your father bring any television to this house? And as me, the more I was retreating, that is, I took the pain, and that's why that's football team, I hate them.
Which football team is that?
Man-U.
Man-U don't collect.
The number of beatings when I don't beat me because Man-U lose match. Now, even up to today, when there's a football match and Man-U loses, I'm like, hi God, thank God. Today would have been that is a beating day.
The reality is that a lot of people, the further you go into the past, a lot of people they even normalize it. And it's still weird to me whenever I hear somebody say, "Oh, it's just a normal thing. Every time I got beat up, it's just a normal thing." It's still weird to me, by the way. But believe it or not, a lot of people are coming out of situations where they saw their parents doing so. Them is like not a big deal, you know. And that is very, very, very weird. Let's keep playing.
Even my son knows, and my son will be laughing. You know, I will just laugh.
Even our son knows.
Like, yeah. If not, the beating where we for collect today.
So did you find the eventual courage to even start speaking out about it? Since the conditioning took a long time to wear off, how did you find?
I think I needed to heal because the abuse didn't stop. It still continued in a different way, you know, and he felt, because he would always tell me, "Oh, you're the one who is the actress. You're the one who people know."
So she said, she's almost insinuated there that the beating stopped at some point, but the abuse continued in other ways. Right? Mara says, "Sweet women are magnet for this type of agberos." The man may have a gambling addiction and betting on Man-U. That's a good point, D-Love. And betting on Man United. If not, why would you be so mad? Well, there's always, like I always say, there's more than enough reasons around you for you to act mad. It's called self-control, right? So, but good point though. You know, a lot of people, they take that on like it's the end of their life. Imagine now, say something wrong against TB Joshua. Jesus Christ. You guys have discussed my daddy Gio in my absence. Who's your daddy Gio? Man-U? Who? I no grief for any post. So which one? Which one is your daddy Gio? What is Brother Ben talking about? Brother Ben, how far? I don't hear you, Pastor. This is really not funny, but she's laughing to cover the embarrassment of his son's comment. No, it's not funny. Absolutely. Let me see here. Let's keep playing.
So nobody knows me. So if you go telling people your business, they're just going to hate.
That's manipulation.
And you know, to be honest, nobody really cares. And for a long time, I just had to go around with nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares, because obviously this country is new, it's different. You know, but after a while, I'm like, I think it was during that COVID period where we were all at home now. Okay, now boredom.
So this is all fresh. This is COVID period, 2020.
Setting, and he still continued to do things. And I'm like, this guy, are you okay? So one day.
So clearly, at this point, it wasn't beating. It was other forms of abuse, because she kind of insinuated that already earlier, right? Let's keep it. Does it make it any better? No. That's the point. The point is that if you don't treat these issues, it can transform into other forms. Maybe it goes from ice to water to hot water. Water is water, because eventually it will come to its states, right? And it's going to be a slippery slope. You know, it gets worse. Remember, there are other things going on in life too, right? It's getting worse. But 2020, she said 2020 during COVID.
Hey, I think I went on someone's live and I mentioned it. And then after the live, the person said, "Victoria, you can actually talk about this, you know." Right. And I'm like, yeah, really? So that was it. And I started talking. And as I was...
So my wife told me that she had been parading Dr. Daddy Freeze show. I have never seen her up there. I didn't know her up to now. But apparently she's been going up there and she's chiming in on conversation, mobile and all this stuff. And somehow she did not, she said, I went to somebody's live and she did not say his name. Daddy Freeze is going to get pissed off. Anyway, Daddy Freeze show.
I was talking, I was kind of feeling relieved. Yeah. I was kind of getting some healing. Yeah. But the more I talked, the more he intensifies the, oh my God, the abuse. It was, you know, I would just think to myself, like, we're not living together. And so as he intensified it, I think that 2019, I had to go to court to get, you know, full custody of the kids, because he was just using the children, you know. And I did until recently when things changed a bit, but, you know, when everything is fine, I'm going to talk about that as well.
Oh, what else she hasn't talked yet, she said. She's going to talk more about it when everything is, they're still in court. Anyway. Oh, you know, we haven't talked about Yul yet. Oh, I don't know. Your daddy Gio. But no, we didn't do that yet. We were waiting for you, but we were waiting for you. You know, Ola usually keeps the good stuff for last. The headliner. This is our headliner. But it's not my daddy Gio, shall you know. But we're gonna talk about that today. Yeah, she said her story on Daddy Freeze. She did, right? Yeah, she needs to give credit to Dr. Freeze. Anyway, there's something I wanted to play here. There was this one here. This one wanted to chime in. So let's see what he said.
My husband used to beat me anytime Manchester United lost a match. Wow. Almost some men though. So first of all, I would like to ask, I know this will be a long time ago, I would like to ask the season.
Let me give him his credit. Very dark man. Did you know that there's a guy on TikTok now calling himself Very Fair Man? Anybody seen that yet? A very fair man who is doing exactly what the boy is, a light-skinned person. Anybody seen that?
So that we'll know the amount of beating you chopped that period. Let's know the season. Which year? Who was our coach? Because if it's the time of David Moyes, I say the man really beat you well, chai. And we also thank God that it's not now. Because it was saying now, oh boy, you man you tell the lose, now you say your figure don't swell. But then again, yeah, all jokes aside, yeah, because this is not something you joke with, yeah. But how do men, sometimes I try to understand how you start hitting the person that you claim you love.
That's a good question. Anybody want to explain to him why would anybody start hating a person they claim they love? Let me answer Osarugwe's question. Speaking of that, Freeze, did he really block me? Yeah, he thought I was trolling him at one point. He mistakenly blocked me, but he unblocked me. Yeah, anybody want to help him? Anybody want to help him with regards to why would anybody just start beating anybody they claim they love? Why is this a surprise? Coming from where we're coming from, right? Now, keep in mind, the claim stays there, right? Claim they love. Somebody they claim they love. Why would anybody beat somebody they claim they love? Right? Nigerians still do that. They do it, maybe not necessarily with their wives, but they do with their wives too, right? But there's other forms of relationship where they do this, where it is everybody has normalized it. Why is it different? Is it not normalized to beat kids and you claim it's because you love them? Right? Is that not normalized? We only think it's only wife that you can be abusive and assault people. No, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's an assault. A lot of people assault their kids, literally, you know, in the name of they're correcting them and they love them. And when you start to dig deeper, they were just extremely angry. They lost control of themselves when it was happening. It's called anger. That's why people go to anger management. That's why courts sometimes will even require, if you're going to co-parent with the person, they require you go to anger management. Because when anger comes in, it's called temporary insanity. You're not thinking you love them. And also, keep in mind, people don't go randomly beating people off the street. It's people that is in their life. Right? So the question is not stupid. I guess people, when you're thinking of it as two people in love, like why would they, you know, because they see finish, enter. They've normalized the idea of beating a person in the name of, and once upon a time, if you go to regular choir practice, you get lashes for coming late. This was normal. Is it still not normal for teachers to beat kids that are not their children in school in Nigeria? Oh, the only thing it should be limited to just the children. It doesn't extend to the wife. Abby, is that what y'all think?
That is God.
I know what the scripture says. Spare the rod. Right? Spare the rod. I truly believe in sparing the rod because that's how I was raised. That's how I was raised.
You doing what?
Listen, they extend the madness to anything that's, right now you see slowing down because obviously no Kara and people are learning as we're going. That's why we keep talking about it, right? But people will claim, the keyword is claim, they love a person, and they will extend their anger towards you because Man-U lost, and yeah, they will start with beating the TV first. They will punch the TV. You know? And it happens in every direction. They do it with the kids. People, most of the time people beat their kids, it's literally because they're angry, not because of the correction. They might justify it as correction later on. It's not because of the correction. Am I against spanking? I'm not against spanking if the baby can't talk yet and you're trying to communicate, and that's wrong. A little spanking in the bum is fine. But a baby that's already talking is too late. You're going to teach them anger. You're going to teach them to replicate the same thing. You need to learn to have some patience and have conversations with them. Yes, it's going to require patience. Yeah, like good old patience. It's going to require some patience on your part. You'll be hungry. I get it. But calm down. Go and drink water. And have some patience. And try to understand where that baby is coming from. Yeah, they're still a baby. But they can hear you. They can talk back. Ask some open-ended questions to understand how they're processing things. And if you're continuing to justify nonsense, then don't be surprised when people take the madness to another level. That's all I'm saying. You know? So he's asking a question, saying, oh, so why would anybody? Because it's called anger. He wasn't loving in that moment in time. And he's not going to come off the street and go up and down with love. He will do it with the people he's having sex with for the most part. All right?
The person that you married, holy matrimony. I don't understand how men do those things or how women get physical with their man. I cannot understand it. A woman that you claim you love, you are making her cry by inflicting pain on her. This is somebody that you claim that you love. Do you know what you do to the people that you love? You treat them right. You give them gifts. You make them smile. You make them happy. How do you turn around and beat the woman that you love? I still try to understand it. I love you. Baby, you're my all and all. Then tomorrow, she's crying, and then you are feeling good.
So what do I normally say at this point? I say, where's the rest of the story? People don't go from I love you, baby, I love you to just pa. That's not how it works. It starts with little sarcastic remarks, condescending remarks. Sure, you didn't know that you were supposed to carry that thing out like yesterday, right? Do I have to remind you every day? I'm just saying I don't want to remind you every day. Well, I mean, watch how you talk to me. So I can't talk to you? Well, hell, you're sensitive. Me, I'm sensitive. Small things now. Where's the rest of the story? They probably can't tell it. Why? Because they are the one caught up in the emotions. Right? But go watch, watch movies. You see some of them now. Even though the movie always ends with happily ever after. Real life, it's a little different, So, it's a good question. But where's the rest of the story? People just don't go from I love you. No, it's a lot of things. When see finish enter, everything will follow. And see finish does not enter with random people on the streets. It's the people you love the most that you do. That's why you should watch yourself. You watch yourself. Say, how have I allowed see finish to enter my relationship with the person I love? Take some time on that. Take some time to think about that. How have I allowed see finish? Even little tone. When they said they didn't like the way I talk, did that dismissive as you are too sensitive? Yeah, being dismissive, does that feel good? Does that feel like compliment when you're being dismissive? Does that justify that somebody should lay their hands on you? Of course not. I was just answering this question. That you don't jump from one to the other. That's not reality. That question is disingenuous.
I mean, it's not only women that get abused in marriages, even men. Some women too inflict pain on a lot of men. Take Nedu Wazobia, take Babati, because I just saw a podcast, The Honest Bond with them, Nedu and Babati, ability with that guy, and he say, wife slap him. Say, why they slap him? I say, what? Oh boy, how do you people do it? Now, for women, yeah, this is the only advice I can give you. The day your man hits you, bam, that should be the last day you stay in that house. That's the day he stop loving you. That's all I can say. The day.
Now, as much as we read in between the lines and everything that I said, hey, what he just said is on point. There's some things that you just don't negotiate. right? Because the consequences of things going left in one split of a second is grave. I have to agree with him on that. Okay? And don't worry about mixing it up. Is it love? Who cares if it's love or not? Do you want to be here to enjoy the love? I don't really care if it's love. At that point in time, love should not enter the conversation. If they don't know how to keep their hands to themselves, they need to sleep in jail, at least for one night. So after you leave, right, and then make sure you're in safe hands, you call the police. You know, call the police. Well, the police might not do anything to them if there's no mark on your body. Don't wait until there's mark in your body for evidence. Don't be waiting for evidence. Don't pull out the camera so you can find evidence, okay? Because you might not be here to tender that evidence. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. Okay.
You are in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. Your boyfriend hits you.
That's it.
Stop loving you. Just go home.
Yeah,
go home. Or a woman hits you, people are in a relationship. Brother, go home. She stopped loving you. Just take it from me. No. Auntie, you get local. Now this people.
Why is Jesus? Somebody said this guy disgusts me for real. Why are you on every topic for crying out? It's a social comment. It's called social commentator. That's all he's doing. It's okay. Jesus Christ. But he can be annoying. Why do some people hate hearing? Auntie Rita is here leaving a comment. Why do some people hate hearing the truth so much? What he's saying is absolutely in order. He's not dragging anyone. As a woman, tell yourself the truth. If not that you dislike this being, is it not making sense? Well, human beings are emotional. If they attach you to a certain picture of feelings, it's very hard for them to let go of that. So let me break it down how it happens. You are a die-hard fan of a club, and your wife, this person wants to explain to us how it happened. And your wife, spouse is opposite. When you lose and she start making mockery of you and all, yeah, that's what results to that's very stupid. But it's not justifying it. Let's wait. When I hear stories like this, I ask the question, woman, what did you do to him that made him beat you? That's a terrible question. And also, it's just as terrible as to when women say you must have done something to her. No, that's not always true either, you know. You can't just be on your own and somebody walk in and start beating you. No, you should not. No, you can. That's literally what I'm going to translate it to. If you have a good legitimate reason, let me say this and end this section with this for those in the back. If you have a good legitimate reason for why you lay your hands on somebody, okay, I'm going to delete the reason in front of you, and I'm going to deem it that you walked in for no reason and you started beating the person. Okay, and if police come, that's the story I'm going to tell them. Yeah, that's the story. So for no reason, how does that make sense? Exactly. How does it make sense that you put your hands, you lay it on another person? You're not getting it that some people will literally end their lives in this process. It's too costly. Don't do it for whatever reason. If you're pissed off, you go into the other room and you go and sleep. You go and drink water. There's no legit reason, is the point, to lay your hands on anybody, man or woman. Okay? Outside of spanking a small bump more because a child that can't speak draw something on your wall or something. Outside of that, for me, that's where I draw the line. Yes, you can draw a line wherever you want. That's where I draw the line. Once the baby can talk, then I talk. Then I take my time, I talk. Yes, it's easier said than done. Sometimes I'll leave it alone, I'll come back to it. Sometimes I use punishment. Punishment as in reward-based punishment. Crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna end it right there. She says, I do ask my kids questions when they want to play dumb, like I don't know. You don't know what? I'm gonna be like, if my child tells me I don't know, I said, what don't you know? That's the next best question. They talk. You know, they might even break down in tears. I'm patient. You're not gonna manipulate me with the tears. We're gonna have this conversation. After we have the conversation, whatever you like to do during the weekend when everybody's enjoying, you're not going to be doing it potentially for the next 3 weekends. Okay, not only am I taking it away from you, I'm going to replace it with stuff that will improve you. So I might say things like, hey, remember that Yoruba class, you're supposed to get better with Yoruba? I might say, hey, you need to watch 3 Yoruba movies and you need to come and tell me the 5 new words from each one that you learn, and you have to use it in a sentence. You're not just going to create a vacuum. So what people do is either they lashes, right, or bark at them, right? They either do things like that, or they might, what's the other one that they usually do? Maybe they take their game away and then leave them vacuum, and then the baby has other ways of watching porn in the room. How about that? You can't just leave vacuums. Okay, and you need to engage them, make it fun. Wait, why are you making it fun? It's punishment. No, they still don't enjoy work. But work is a necessary part of life. You use that opportunity to engage, to improve them. Because there cannot be vacuum. If you leave vacuum, something else will replace it. You just didn't know about it yet. Even if she makes fun of the club, a club that you're a fan of, that has nothing to do with your personal lives. Are you freaking kidding me? That got to you, right? Anyway, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe. I think right about now we should get to Brother Ben's Daddy Gio. What y'all think? We should do that, right? We'll be back. I'll be back. I'm back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about the Daddy Gio, Brother Ben's Daddy Gio himself. Oh my God. First of all, okay, this guy did a whole live stream. Okay, I'm sorry, Yul. I'm sorry. This is clown behavior. I have to call it what it is. This guy did a whole live stream that was facing upside down. Look at it. He did the whole thing and it was facing upside down. The only kind of people you can watch and be entertained for straight 1 hour, even when they're upside down, are who? What kind of people do you think? Give it a name. What kind of people do you think are basically, like, you know, the kind of people that will basically, they're dancing upside down and your neck is like this, but you sit down there and watch it for 1 hour? Yoruba people sọ pé wèrè dùn wò kò ṣe bí lọ́mọ. Right? Wèrè dùn wò kò ṣe bí lọ́mọ. How do you translate that? Let's see if Google help. Wèrè dùn wò kò ṣe bí lọ́mọ. Let's see if can Google translate this for us. Let me see. Google has been doing a good job. Let me see. Is there meaning to watch a lunatic perform in the market is fun, but no one wants to have him as a son. Ouch. I knew it. I knew Google was gonna help me. wait. You guys are going in already. Jesus Christ. Somebody said strippers. Let me see. The service tells me more about what Yul is going through. I want to hear it, but Ben, I want to hear what you think. I post it, as a matter of fact. The family better get up their asses and fight for him. This guy, I want to play his video for him upside down exactly the way you're looking at right now. That's how I'm going to do it, you know, because since he wanted to be a lunatic. Jesus Christ, may God not let us have lunatic as children. He is going through a lot, you know. But No, Google translated indirectly. It came up as one of the index pages. Somebody translated it on Facebook. But Google is very good. It translates a lot of stuff. Let me play some of this. Okay. So if you notice, my title for the main live show says Yul Edochie'S first and last sermon to self. Because I was wondering, was he talking to himself or was he preaching at people? As you know, even as I'm talking to myself. Okay, to some extent. Okay, because we project. Okay, this is how I feel about many of these topics. It's precisely my feelings, about this topic. There's no absolutes, right? And but at another level entirely, I was wondering, was he talking to himself? Is this his way of trying to console himself? He started his sermon with he said love. He kept talking about love, like it's about love, no prosperity. We're not going to talk about prosperity. Let me not waste your time. Let me play a little bit of it for you so you can see what we're dealing with here.
Why? God is telling me I have so much to tell our people. You see this slogan, no grief for anybody. Of course, a lot of people said I was the one that started it because I came from a post that I made, and it's possible, I claim it. But listen, take it from me, no grief for anybody. Don't let anybody tell you.
No grief for anybody. Don't break your neck. I just wanted to say that before I continue. Please, don't break it. Just leave it exactly the way it is and watch it that way. Okay? No worries. You'll still be entertained. Okay?
Do what your journey should be. Don't let anybody in this world tell you how to live your life. As long as you understand what you're doing, as long as you believe in God, it is God who gives each and every one of us our journey, our different journeys. And
so what is he saying, right? There's two words that describe what he just preached right now, this moment. There's two words that describe it. For those of you that watched the show with my wife and I 2 days ago, you saw me pushed heavily against those two words. It's a two-word phrase, very popular. Everyone says it. The lunatics say it, the clown says it, normal people say it because they hear it so much, right? What are the two words? Anybody want to tell me? The two-word phrase that are pushed against is what he's preaching right now. Let me rewind it for you so you can hear it clearly. These are the reasons why I said don't join this guy to be saying this. Sometimes they say it in different ways. They might say God wants you to, you can wrap all of this into one word. I'll tell you the word in a second. Let me play it again. I've seen it, Chiye. Thank you, Daddy.
Let anybody.
The two words is do you. Okay? That's what he's trying to say right now. Let me rewind it so you can hear it.
Take it from me. No grief for anybody.
No. Do you? No grief for anybody. You see why you don't want to do you? No, you should do you, but please be guided. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Please, Jesus Christ. Because when you're saying do you,
when you have a history of greatness.
When you're saying do you, some other people have completely different meanings. What they want to do is just do anyhow. They want to move mad in society. That's what they mean, oftentimes. And they might get away with it. You might not get away with it. Okay? You might not be able to get away with it.
Show you half of your journey. God may decide to show you the beginning of your journey. But most times, or sometimes, He will not even show your own parents. So sometimes what you decide or what you're going to become or what you're going to do, your parents may not even understand it. But guess what? Pray about it. Commit it into the hands of God.
So now, imagine your 16-year-old listening to this and say, Mom, you don't understand. It's manipulation. Okay? Sit your butt down there. When you turn 18, you can do you. Sit your butt down. Let me show you why this direction you're going is going to go left. Okay? No, I just want to do me. No. Don't do you. You're gonna do what I tell you to do, okay? But let me explain to you. You don't want to listen, no, you're gonna do what I say unless you're ready to become an adult. That's essentially what he's saying. How do I know? Context. We have context. While we talk about Yul Edochie, Yul Edochie woke up one day and he said, listen, I'm gonna become the president of Nigeria. We say, when you become president of Nigeria out of nowhere, from where to where, you're going to become president of Nigeria. How? Next thing, later on, let me use Chinye's timeline here. Next thing, he said, you know what? Everybody, see my beloved second born for my second wife. Like, what happened? The first wife said, God will judge both of you. Then the drama started since then. The next thing he came out and said he's going to become a pastor. God called him. Right now, in this video, he told a story of how he was in an accident and God spoke to him and all this kind of stuff. You know, he said all of that, you know. And I said, good storytelling. He's a good storyteller, right? After as an actor, right? So then he told that story. He said he opened his eye, he heard God clearly. Some of you don't know. Sometimes I'll be hearing God. I'm like, we know. The only thing is that we don't know which God you are hearing. But let's continue. So that's how we got here. Ever since then, this guy has been dragging himself and his family. Unfortunately, in that process, people thought it's just a joke. He's doing skits. Unfortunately, he lost a son, right? The wife, the first wife, that is, she's not interested in doing polygamy. So she says she's moving forward. So at the beginning of the year, it started 2024. It started by basically dragging the wife and said, why are you trying to paint yourself as the good guy in all of this? And for everything he says, he gets dragged, including when he tries to preach a sermon on love. Who doesn't want to hear a sermon on love? Who doesn't want to hear a sermon on love? Now, I saw Auntie Rita a few minutes ago trying to tell everybody else to listen to Very Dark Man because he's telling the truth. I'm waiting to see Auntie Rita's comment in this comment to asking people to just listen since it's just telling the truth. I am guessing that Auntie Rita's emotions is probably going to take over and say, no, he's not telling the truth. He's preaching love. I'm trolling a little bit. Okay, let's play a little bit more.
And do what you have to do.
Do what
you are supposed to do. Get it done. Your parents don't have to understand you. Ooh. Your brothers don't have to understand you. Don't worry when people don't understand you. Don't bother when the whole world doesn't understand you. That's not their business. Tell them to understand themselves first. Some people will tell you, this Yul Edochie, I don't understand the guy. Why are you trying to understand Yul Edochie? Have you understood yourself? Understanding Yul Edochie, how is it your problem? Understand yourself. As long as you understand yourself, it's fine. Right on. Stop trying to understand Yul Edochie. It's not your job to understand Yul Edochie.
This is the part where you thought I was laughing with him. I'm laughing at him. I can't get over the video facing upside down. I can't get over it. As long as you're the one to understand you, just act like a lunatic all around the street of social media. It is only you and God that understand, right? It is only you and God. Who is you? Yul. Y-U-L.
God understands Yul Edochie.
There you go. He said it. He finally said it. He said, God understand Yul Edochie. This man go explain tired.
We go explain because no evidence.
Oh my God. I didn't know he was going to say that just in time. I was like, who is you? God understands you. Who is Y-O-U? Y-U-L. You, Y-O-U equals to the letter U equals to Y-U-L. He's preaching to himself. This is Shalaye Proma.
We go explain because no evidence.
Shalaye Promax. No evidence. Let's see if we can listen to some more.
Yul Edochie understands Yul Edochie. That's the most important thing. Stop.
No! All the lunatics at Yaba left. It's not a lunatic, by the way. Let me take that back. Okay? You hopefully will be fine. Okay? I don't know what's going on with him. But all those people at Yaba left, they also understand themselves. Anybody in any psych home anywhere, they also understand themselves. Yeah. You need better arguments, Baba. It's not enough that you understand yourself. It is not enough that you understand yourself, ladies and gentlemen. That is never enough, I promise you. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not enough. Self-awareness, power. Other human beings are involved. Your social skills. Your social awareness is a big deal. It's not enough that you understand yourself, bro. No. I can't let you, I can't let you get away with that. Oh my God.
Sorry.
That's not enough. You have to know how to read a room. You have to know when to stop. You have to know when to slow down. So you can see what's going on. This is how people get manipulated. If you didn't know his backstory, if he happened to not have been a Yul Edochie that we knew and loved as an actor, he could just start preaching to you like that, and he can easily eat it up like Indomie, like that. Like, it's another man of God, just like this. How did you decide this like this? That's what an average Nigerian will be saying. All he needs is to go to a babalawo to show him a solid, give him a solid olugbon. Say like one wound disappear like that. That wound disappear. That's it. You have no idea where this guy is coming from. He said, only you have to understand yourself. Nah, bro.
Trying to understand Yul Edochie. So I'm telling you, my people out there, stop worrying yourself when people don't understand you. Because I noticed, a lot of people right now, they are so bothered. They're so bothered.
By who? By
everybody is so bothered about what will people say about me? What people say about you doesn't make sense.
Oh.
What people say about you is crap. Somebody is telling you how to fix your life. The person who is saying it has not even fixed his own life.
He's right. All of us are trying to figure this out.
The person who is telling you to fix your life has not even fixed his or her own life.
All of us
has family issues.
All of us
coming to tell you how to solve your own.
All of us are trying to figure this out.
Why are you listening to them?
Why are you listening to them? Pastors are notorious for preaching about their feelings. Why? Because they all project. Okay. If you go and tell them your stories, which is okay, sometimes you need counsel, right? Your story might end up being what they preached about on Sunday. In this case, there's nobody really telling him anything yet. He's just talking about himself, really. It's you equals to you. Shout out to Chiye. You equals to you. He's talking about himself, but he knew, like, this guy is content for me. Okay, that's how I see him. Because anytime he opens his mouth and talk, there's lessons. Like, for example, it's not enough that you understand you. If that's all we walk away from this session with today, we did our work. Okay, that it's good that you're solid, that you have confidence. I talk about confidence being sexy. I say that here all the time, right? But there's a line you cross where everybody else is the only one, like you think you're confident, but everybody else is seeing something else. At that point, you got to pay attention. You have to pay attention. The issue is, I don't know if you are capable of paying attention at that point in time. May God save you, Lord. Hey, this is tough.
Why? God is telling me I have so much.
This is the sermon. People.
You see this slogan, no grief for anybody.
No grief for anybody.
Of course, a lot of people said I was the one that started it. because I came from a post that I made, and it's possible. I claim.
Wait, don't break your neck, oh! I told you. Okay, I promise I'll play something in a second because I want to read people's comments too.
But listen, take it from me. No grief for anybody. Don't let anybody tell you what your journey should be. Don't let anybody in this world tell you how to live your life. As long as you understand what you're doing, as long as you believe in God, it is God who gives each and every one of us our journey, our different journeys. And God will never take your journey and show it to another person. No. Even if it's a man of God, God will show that man of God a part of your journey. God will never show anybody the complete journey. No. So believe in God and do your journey.
Did you like that? Undo your journey. He's already moving like a daddy Geo himself through Salvation Ministries. You can't hate on this guy. You can only pray for him to seek the help that he needs. Okay. This video has about 50,000 views, just shy of a 50 million views, the same one that Cat Williams. Just a little bit shy off of that. 50,000 on this small video like this, just like this.
Believe in God and move. Do what you're supposed to do. Thank you, Jesus.
He's hearing from God now.
I'm not that man of God who will tell you,
no, he's not hearing from God yet.
It's all about prosperity. Yes, prosperity is good, of course. But there are things that you have to do that will lead you to prosperity. You have to be a person who is determined. You have to be a person who loves God. There are things you have to do before that prosperity will come. You have to be a person who doesn't listen to gossip.
Don't listen to gossip. Forget gossip. Especially gossip about guess who? Anybody want to guess? Especially gossip about guess who? Don't listen to gossip, especially gossip about anybody want to guess? I'm waiting. I can't. Yul had no Bible. He was being a motivational. That is some Dalfis followers who say motivational preacher. Especially gossip about Judy and you. Don't listen. Let's see if he will say it. He probably won't say it. He probably will tell us. He will tell us in one shape, form, or the other. Let's see.
Forget gossip.
Forget gossip.
If you are on the right path, people will always say things about you. That's the truth.
Never mind that lunatic when they perform. People also watch them too, right? If you're on the right path, people will always say things about you.
As long as you are on the right path, people will say things about you. Some people, hey, you, how can you be talking this? Have you done? Is it your business? How you?
He told us. He got there. He got there. It's about gossip about Yul. He doesn't want you to go to any gossip about Yul anymore. Just come and watch him. Just come and watch him at the True Salvation Ministries. And avoid any kind of gossip about Yul and Judy. Manipulative people, one of the biggest hurdles that they need to jump over is knowing when to stop. Knowing when to stop, right? Because they always find a way to talk themselves into they're doing the right thing. All publicities are good publicity. They might say things like that to themselves. They might say, just do you, don't let anybody tell you what to do, Let them call you arrogant. If everybody that you know is calling you arrogant, Baba, that's not confidence. Oh, it's not. Oh, it will hurt you. It will hurt you. No, nobody wants to associate. Like, you live in a world of other people. Other people are involved. You don't live in a cave. If you lived in a cave, yeah, sure, you can get away with it. What's going on, Lady Nevoa? Good to see you, lady. How are you? Long time. You on the Instagram? Shout out to you. I'm not paying attention to the comment on Instagram, by the way. We just kind of go live there for additional exposure. Oh, this guy.
Everybody. People call me and then they said, because in the last 2 years, I'll be honest with you.
We're about to get to it. This is what is all along. Keep in mind, I'm at 44 minutes on this video. This is what the sermon was about. We finally got to the main part of the sermon. We finally got back to the main part of the sermon. Jesus Christ, these people, man.
People, I've heard a lot. You know, a lot of people have called me. Praise the Lord.
He's hearing from God now. No.
Praise the Lord, God Almighty. Praise God. Praise God. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Wherever you are, just say thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah. Let me play some.
Wherever you are, just say thank you, Jesus.
My keyboard is not plugged in. Sorry.
End of January. Be grateful to God. Be grateful to God for where you are.
Perfect for me to get this thing plugged in.
Hear me today. Anybody listening, everybody listening to me, from where you are listening, from wherever you are watching, hear me today.
Switch to H&R Block this semester and don't just file your taxes.
Oh my God.
File free like a champ.
Hold on, let's pay some bills. Let's help him pay some other bills. Help him pay some other bills.
That thing you're asking God for, He will do it for you.
Amen.
That your prayer point, believe God will answer your prayers.
At least he didn't claim, he didn't say, hey, your husband was sick the other time, right? Yes, Lord, yeah. The same people are coming back. I was watching a video earlier on. The same people are coming back. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Oh, may God help us with these people. Jesus Christ. Let me see if I can find that video right now. Is he here now? Wow. I think it was here. Let's see. I thought I saw that video here. The person. Oh yeah, I found it. Let me play this for you. May God forgive. Oh no, it's not. Let me see. Anyway, we'll come back to it. Let's keep watching the sermon. It's right now. The Spirit of God is.
This January. Before the end of January, God will answer your prayer. But you must embrace love.
Love.
That person who has hurt you.
He didn't get to the other part of the story yet. No, not yet.
And you, when you hurt people, apologize. When you hurt people, apologize. There is no perfect person in the world. Trust me. God in heaven will never ever make a perfect person. He will never do that. He will never make a perfect person because God wants to be the only perfect person.
Fine boy, look at
Jesus. You're a fine boy. Power. You're a fine boy, Larry. Jesus.
I can even run.
You can run.
I can't step 2, I'll just fall down.
Oh my God.
But now, I can run, go and pick something, eat food by myself, talk on phone like 2 hours without even doing.
Jesus.
Before, if I sleep, I would hear sound from my chest, like grrr. And this, I was like wearing sweater if I want to go out.
Jesus.
Because I don't want people to see me.
That's wear sweater.
Yes,
because all the bones in your body is out.
Yes.
He made us to be imperfect. He knows that we are going to do things wrong. So when you do things
not
wrong,
the grab.
Don't stand behind it. No. You are not the first person to get things wrong. Trust me. Almost everybody is doing different things and they are doing some things wrong. So don't go and hide yourself. No. Talk to God. Speak to God.
Wait, wasn't that profound? He told us almost everybody is doing something wrong. That was profound, right? You've never heard that from your pastor before. Nope. You're hearing it first from Brother Ben's Daddy Gio. Such a profound statement. Everybody is doing something wrong. Everybody is doing something wrong. Don't let them tell you otherwise. They're all liars.
God about it. Tell God about what you're doing. Open up to God. Be open. Be open to God. Don't hide anything from Him. God knows that we are all sinners. He knows there is nothing hidden from Him. So don't hide. Don't hide. Open up to him.
Oh, let me see. Lady in the verse says, MOP, is he a fake minister, sir? I don't know. I don't know fake ministers from real ministers. I think, I don't know. You know, that's really the best answer I can give you, you know. I don't necessarily like the idea of coming outright to call people fake ministers. Because, for example, as a Yoruba boy that I am, well, he just got called. A lot of people said he called himself. Some people has declared that this guy called himself. Nobody called him, right? So that's what some people said. But the reality is that we don't know who is a fake. We don't know who is, you know, you can only, the only thing that the scripture told us is that you shall know them by their fruits, right? That's the only thing that the scripture told us. And when people say by their fruits, by their fruits, when I interpret some, it's like, some ministers don't sit well with me, you know. Some of them are inside of the same ministry that I go to, you know, and some work well with me, you know. So it just depends. I don't know, you know, but I can tell you that this guy is a clown. Okay, all right. He might be a clown minister. I don't know if God called him, is what I'm saying, right? I'm not his God, so I wouldn't know if he was called or not, right? But I can tell you that I don't know, you know, but he's moving in very, very funny ways. He just got called, literally, he just decided to answer to the call. He's been called for a few years. We just decided to answer to the call for the first time. But he has a lot of drama on the internet, perpetuated by himself. So people are having a hard time believing him, you know, but I don't know.
And don't hide yourself before anybody. Some people will tell you, if you don't get money, hide your face. That's all nonsense. Never hide your face for anybody. Never. Respect everybody, but fear nobody. The only person you're going to fear in this world is God.
Okay, all right. So let me stop there. First of all, God is not a person. Okay, God is spirit. That's how they start getting you. That's how they start getting you. Before you know it, they will tell you God lives on a planet Pluto somewhere. Okay, so pay attention. God is not a person. So you cannot just fear God without fearing persons. Now, fearing persons can carry different types of connotations and weight. Right? You really, in general, should not move in fear. Okay? If you're moving in fear, and we're not talking about just the fear of not, you know, we're not talking about fear of failure. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about fear of loss. Now, I'm talking about just moving outrightly in fear. You're not operating from a place of wholesomeness, and it's probably going to backfire, you know. But now he's telling you that you should fear God, who is a person, the only person you should fear. And small things like that adds up before you know it. I just wanted to point that out before we continue, okay? Somebody's going you need picking his words. Well, whatever. He just said the only person you should fear is God. Is God a person? He's basically trying to assign a God of man for you, essentially. Maybe he's going to be the next God of man for you. Maybe that's where we're going with this.
Only person you should fear in this world is God. Do not...
Confusion. In this world, it's confusion at best. But I don't want to nitpick his words. I'm just saying. I just noticed that, that's all.
Don't fear any other person. Respect
don't fear any other person. Which is basically the actual persons. Don't fear.
Everybody, but don't fear anybody except God. Never allow anybody that will tell you, if you don't get money, hide your face. Rubbish. Whether you have money or not is irrelevant. You must have integrity as a person. Don't let anybody.
I have to agree with that. I can rock with that. You must have integrity as a person. Now, here's what we're going to add on to that. Reputation also matters, right? When you're preaching that to people, the message also lands better when you've demonstrated to be a person of integrity, right? I'm not saying it's not a person of integrity. I'm just adding that context to it. That's all.
Do not let anybody ride on you.
Pause.
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, now it's about to hear from God.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. To everybody watching me, supporting me, a lot of people have tuned in to watch. I say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. A lot of people, I see people who are tuning in from South Africa, from Zambia. A lot of people are tuning in from different countries, from UK, from United States.
You're funny.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Very soon, by the special grace of God, we're going to have our church. We're going to have a physical structure, possibly in Abuja.
Here we go. Where in Abuja?
Where we can all meet.
Where the money is. Politician money. In Abuja, where that politician money is.
To God.
Listen, I want to tell you like this, okay? He ordained himself, essentially. He called himself. And I am willing to bet my monthly livelihood that most people that call themselves ministers of God also ordained and call themselves. So it's really not that different from many of them. So, you know, I mean, what do you want me to tell you? You know, so calling him a clown explains it all. Man of prestige. I did. Did I call him a clown? I didn't mean to. Sorry, my bad. No, I meant. Wait, did I say lunatic or clown? I was just using. I'm on the fence. It's my brother. You know, I don't want to drag him like that. I want to be, you know, I want to be nice to him. You know. Because I think he's inside a bottle. I think he needs someone to save him. Let me leave work, I beg. I will connect from my phone. Oh, Pele, well done, well done. His madness is on your coffee break. How far? His madness is entertaining, but his whole village is playing Africa soccer in his head. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Let's see. Reputation all the way in the quarter. I mean, that one we can see clearly because it's all over the place. He wants to be president tomorrow. He wants to be pastor today. And he wants to be a polygamist tomorrow. He wants to drag his first wife at the same time. I said clown. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean that. I just meant clownish. Ish. With an ish at the end of it, you know. Listen, we're ready to work. You know. Shout out to my brother Ben Sokwe Weregio. I don't know, man. What now, speaking of empathy for him, this preaching, for every time he opens his mouth and talk, there's always a lesson. The lesson today is very, very simple. Okay, please don't do you. You end up like a Yul Edochie if you're doing you. We have a whole society. There's a way you're expected to move, even as a woman, especially as a man. There's a way you are expected to move, and if you don't move in that way, you might start to act clown-ish, right? You might tamper with your money. You might tamper with your reputation. You might end up in a position where nobody wants to work with you anymore. Like they're not even, you know why? It's not like they haven't even called you out, but they're not sure how you're going to receive them. They're not sure if you've taken something as an offense when they say something on social media. They rather just avoid you altogether and work with people that have, you know, the same reason why big companies would rather just avoid Kanye West and P. Diddy and all these people and shut them and silence them, even though quote unquote there's no proof that they did anything wrong. Your reputation, your integrity in society is everything. Okay, that is literally what other people think about you. I don't care about what other people think about. That's nonsense. You do, because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be so loud about that. The reality is that we all care about what other people think about us. Now, to a certain extent, because also people want you to have confidence. They want you to be sure of yourself, especially you as a man, even you as a woman. They want you to be sure of yourself. It's called confidence, and that's sexy, and everybody want to be a part of that, right? So there's a balance here in what we're saying. But you just completely move mad in this street and just do you? No, that's not reality. That's simply not the reality. There's reputation, there's your brand, right? There's your little small obsession with how people see you. We all care. We don't want to be obsessed, but we care. That's why you put on nice little makeup, you dress nice, you wear that nice sharp suit so you can look sharp, so you can look presentable, so you can be addressed, right? The way you want to be addressed, right? And you know what they say about how you dress is how you're going to be addressed, right? Let's not deceive ourselves in the name of Christ or Jesus. Jesus will leave you. He will not, when he does here, you'll be on your own. You see? So every time he opens his mouth, there's always some lessons to learn. Why not? We'll ride it all the way out. I hope he gets the help that he needs, because becoming an overnight minister is not, he might just end up being another clown-ish minister in these streets. There are a ton of them, okay? And we know that they don't last as long as they used to last anymore. They will get exposed, okay? We already know that. We've seen a few examples in the last few days. But there's one more story that I think we definitely should cover right now today with regards to this even Yul Edochie. But we're going to add on AY comedy onto this one. I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, so there's this guy that that went viral overnight over the past few over the past 24 hours. As a matter of fact, there's a guy that went viral. And he basically called out AY comedy. Okay, you guys know who AY comedy is, right? He's arguably the most popular comedian in Nigeria. You know, maybe not now, but up to just a few years ago, a lot of people are starting to become very popular in the comedy world of Nigeria. You know. So maybe not so much now, but AY comedy has been accused of smashing Yul Edochie's wife. All right, so there's a guy that started calling him out randomly. He went AY on him, started calling him all kind of names and stuff like that. And I'm gonna play that video. I'm gonna go steal Nezaviel's version of it. Shout out to Nezaviel. She's already covered this story, but I'm just gonna play this small part of it. Let me see here. There you go. Aha. But I thought we should talk about that and then end the show with it. No. There you go. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. All right, perfect. I'm gonna play this video and then we can talk. Some of you might be seeing it for the first time. Some of you might have seen it. Mad people everywhere in these streets. Yeah. All right, so let me do this. There you
go. Of this little parts of why you know that you are not the AY, you know that you are not the biological father of this your second child. There's a parable that says one good turn deserves another. Now it has happened to you. Your wife have left you. 2 minutes man. You slept with me because of you. Yul Edochie and his wife separated because you are having an affair with Yul Edochie's wife, which is male. The general public did not know what is happening. Even the court case that is going on, and the general public did not know. I told you on the 31st night that in this 2024, I will be the one that will bring you down. For you to bring down a home that lasted for many years, you make them separated, you make the wife live different and the husband. What are you looking for in somebody's wife that your wife does not have? Now, you find out that the child your wife had, you are not the biological father, it's your security. You find out. I will not start playing because I will not start playing the voice record or everything. I will not. See, when the time comes. I don't know what you people are looking for in somebody's wife. I don't know what you people enjoy in somebody's wife. your security have been sleeping.
Hear this too.
AY, if what I'm saying is a lie, take me to court or come and arrest me. I'm in Lagos. If what I'm saying about you is a lie, you slept with May Edochie. That was why the two parties divorced. It was because Yul Edochie is not getting peace of mind in his own home. That was why he went out and find the peace in Judy. Why are you sleeping with somebody's wife?
I found peace in Judy.
That you want to come outside and speak. You guys are on social media settling everything under emotional settlement. You guys don't know how this thing started. AY, if all the world who get that PIKIN, this is your second PIKIN where you born. Now me, I know to be your PIKIN. AY, I tell you, say, na me go expose you for this social media. I tell you, say, na me go expose you. I go bring you down to nothing. For you to have mind to sleep with somebody's wife, I will bring you down. AY, I want you, I'm giving you 48 hours to come and tell the Nigeria, the real father of that your second child. Because now I ain't go be, I not anybody who can't talk, say, I'm trading. AY, you know I have the truth. You know I have the evidence. Should I start posting videos? Should I start posting voice record? Should I start posting so many write-up? You guys are not blaming him, but you forgot that it was AY that slept with his wife. Another man slept with AY wife, and AY wife got pregnant. Man post the DNA result. If everything I'm saying is a lie, AY, take me to court. AY, if what I'm saying is a lie, take me to court. Let's go to court. Or let's go to court. So let's go and prove it to court. So let me bring you down to zero. So your career will end in Nigeria. So the whole world will know. In fact, now because you may own cast, now we tell no. No, you don't know how many people wife you don't sleep with. Oh. I know say if you don't sleep with 3 WARRI PIKIN, you go don't sleep with 3 WARRI PIKIN. Because every time they call and show.
WARRI PIKIN. WARRI PIKIN was named also. Let me see. All right, so there's another video. I'm gonna play that video right now. And then okay, I'll see if there's anything to say to it. I'll let you guys just chat about it, you know, because I don't know much to take out of it. I guess there's one small lesson, but let's see. All right, let's try this. Let's play this.
What happened? So let me play his apology video to you guys, okay?
AY, I'm very sorry, please. I'm very, very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. AY, I'm saying I'm sorry. Please forgive me for the video I just did. You know, I've deleted all those videos from my page. You understand? Please, I want to make the general public that those videos I did was fake. AY is the biological father of his second daughter. AY does not have anything to do with me. You understand? I just did that to get popularity. Life here for Sierra Leone, they hard. To feed is a problem. No work here. That was why I decided to join content. That was why I came back to Nigeria last month. So immediately I came back, I do some few content. Then I came back. When I came to Sierra Leone, I started posting the content. I don't used to have views. I don't used to have like. Understand? So I needed to trend. I needed to make money so that I will not come back to Nigeria empty-handed. So I decided to do that. So and I trained. For you to see that Nigeria are evil, Nigeria are bad. You go post content, they don't go like. But when you post evil news, you go see them, they go they comment, they like. Nigeria is evil. So I'm sorry. Please. And I just posted the video, bam, the video boom. Bam, I have more followers. Bam, I still making money from it. At least I don't get more money, I go stay for my strength. If you see where I did now outside I did because I be the best for my landlord, they pursue me up and down. And I need to clear my house rent. That's why I did that video. So I did not do that video because somebody paid me to spoil your name. And I'm not doing this apology video because AY chatted me to do an apology video or anybody chatted me. Nobody chatted me. I slept over it and I know that what I did was very bad and was very wrong. So I needed to send out an apology. So AY, please, I'm very sorry. Forgive me and I promise you that this thing will not happen again. Please.
Let me see.
AY comedian. I just want to use the opportunity to tell you I'm sorry for everything that happened and for speaking ill against you and against your wife and against your daughter. You understand? I'm very, very sorry. Please, you know.
So this is how to make money with no money. Best way to make money online.
There's more apparently, so let me get to it.
Let me see.
Shout out to Somalco too. I'm getting this from their platform.
An executive MBA is an intense.
Okay. Here is another one.
AY, I'm sorry. Forgive my manners. Forgive me. Please. I did this because I want to trade. I'm dying here in Sierra Leone. Things are not working well for me. I've been in this industry for 6 months. Nothing is good. I'm sorry. I needed to make money to pay for my house rent. Please, AY, forgive me. I'm sorry, please. God forbid. Nigeria is the most wicked country. I say Nigeria, they are the most one kind of wicked country. I've been in this industry since last year, August. Even before this AY video, I have 22,000 followers. But these 22,000 followers, they don't used to like my videos. I will post, they will not like. The highest view I've gotten is 100 views. But I have 22,000 followers. And 90% of people that are following me are Nigerian. Even Sierra Leone that I'm staying, it's only people that are watching me. In fact, my fans in Sierra Leone used to watch me more than people that are in Nigeria. Last month when I
This ninja, I swear. Alright, first of all, alright, so this laugh I'm laughing is a crying laugh because I don't even think it's funny. Because there are many people that watch the first part of this video and they won't watch to this point, sadly. There are many people that will watch just the first part and they won't watch all the way to this part. And that's the sad part about this whole thing. And those rumors will become real energy that AY will have to manage for a long time. This will become real energy that May-YUL Edochie will have to manage for a long time. This is crazy. He's still talking.
I came to Nigeria. I spent about 1 million naira to feature some skit makers. Okay, when I came back to Sierra Leone, I posted these videos. I did not have much views. The views I will have is 50, 80. Okay, I posted about AY. You guys share it, now like it. Know that Nigeria love evil more than good. Yes. Let me say it. I use that news to trend, which I know is very bad. Because I'm dying out of depression in this country. I don't want to come back to my father's land because nothing is working there. For the past 2 months, my house rent have expired. Where I get my money is from Facebook. The Facebook I'm getting my money, I don't used to have views. And I needed a way to get money.
I don't used to have views, really.
I don't want to carry my bag and come back to Nigeria so people will not laugh me. I needed somebody to use and trend.
Use and trend.
But I could have used in a good manner of AY. But I used it bad side.
This nigga said use and trend.
That is why I'm still begging.
Really?
I'm very sorry. I needed money to pay my house rent here in Sierra Leone. What I need is money. Before you guys be hearing that a Nigerian citizen took poison and died. Nigeria, is it like that you guys will support your own? What is there for you to like my video? Share, comment. Is it like die out of depression? Is it like die? This boy, I need help. I need help. I need to trend. I need publicity.
Really?
That was why I used AY. Everything I posted is a lie. And I posted it under the influence of alcohol. I posted those videos under the influence of alcohol because I was meant.
All right, alcohol would never be an excuse. Your papa, your daddy, alcohol will never be an excuse.
Your daddy.
Your daddy.
Okay, alcohol will never. You do exactly what you want to do when you're under the influence. Okay, exactly what you wanted to do. Your character shows inside of your influence too. Not especially when you're outrightly being evil. to like 3 families at the same time. Because real WARRI PIKIN also has a husband. This guy is crazy. Oh my god. I'm with you.
Mentally drained. I was mentally depressed, and I needed to do something. I just took alcohol that day, and I started doing video. I did not even know what I'm doing. It was this morning I now saw, wow, I met one that did this thing. I was even surprised. Am I the one?
Why is rowing with hydro the best workout for you?
Rowing is a full body workout. I started asking myself, Nigeria, let's support our own. Yes, we know everything is difficult, but please, if you don't take anything to like my videos or like anybody's videos, we skit makers are passing through a lot. Forget about what you see on internet. We know how much you pay. We know how much you pay to do a skit.
Is he about to cry?
Life here in Sierra Leone is very difficult. For 2 years I'm here, I've searched for a job I did not see. That was why I now advised myself to enter into skits. Chai! What I paid in my house rent here in Sierra Leone, if you convert it to Nigeria, is 2 million. And my landlord had been pursuing me there and there. So, but I needed the money. That was why I did that video to use and trade. Please, let's support our own. If you not take anything from you, please, I'm very sorry for the video I did. Please forgive my manners. I'm begging you. You are a senior brother and you're a senior colleague in this industry. I want to be like you. I want to have fame. I don't want to do Yahoo. I don't want to do kidnapping. I don't want to do any evil thing. I want to make money legitimate. That was why I entered content. My mates are doing Yahoo in Sierra Leone. A lot of people are pushing drugs. But I choose to live a decent life. I choose to live well. That was why I started doing content. My intention was to trend. I've been in this industry for years. Please, I'm sorry. Forgive my manners. I'm on my knees begging you guys. Help me beg AY to forgive me. It will never happen again. Please. And I did not do the video just because I'm in Sierra Leone.
Let me check real quick. Chinya, did you send me something? You sent me something? What did you send it to? Big boy Alpha now. Welcome, Big boy. Did you send me something, Chinya? He took neither. He took about it and planned it and executed it, and he trended, and those monitoring skills went and followed AY. Yeah, this guy. How bad? Yeah, this is the 3rd video we're watching. Let me just keep playing this. I'll check.
Alone, I'm not in Nigeria. Nothing AY can do. If I have that intention, I won't do this apology video, because I'm not sure I will come back to Nigeria in any moment from now. I'm not sure.
Tom.
Or my conscience judge me when I wake up and see all those videos.
Okay, Chinya, I got it.
I'm very sorry. Forgive me.
No, come to Nigeria.
This thing again.
We want to check something.
I'm on my nails. Why?
He should come to Nigeria, right? We want to see something. Weary. Jesus Christ. I guess yeah, that's not an excuse. There are people that are hard, that are working very, very hard, skit makers or not. They build their brand, they take the time, they were also part of that same system. But you want to drag them and their families and claim that it's alcohol. Well, sure, you're forgiven, but you will go to jail. Okay, you will go to jail. In fact, you will go to prison. Okay, you have to pay for it. I could send you to prison too. That's fine, you know. And if I were AY, no, I will accept this apology, but you'll still go to prison. We're going to continue the process.
Please forgive me. AY did not call me to apologize. Nobody called me, but I choose to do it. I'm sorry. What I did was wrong. I did all those things under the influence of alcohol. I know AY will not leave Nigeria and come to Sierra Leone and look for me. But I just talk to myself that this
Yes, he
thing
will.
is bad.
He doesn't have to leave
I
himself.
decided to come to the general public and say, why I'm sorry.
I will make sure they
AY,
track you down.
really
Your
sorry.
father.
Forgive me. Please. I don't want my two hands to become one. Understand? I don't want you to extradite me from Sierra Leone and come back to Nigeria. From there, my two hands will become one. They will do my hand like this from the airport. Well, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you very much. Please like this video, share.
Olochi.
Please.
Okay.
He's still asking. He's still asking that they should like the video and comment. Let me see what he has been posting. I'm not sure if this is his page. Is this his page? Some guy called Agozi Comedy. Let me see. I'm not sure if he's in any of this picture. Let me just see. Let's see. Okay, this is. Let me see. Let's see. Is this him right here? Is that him?
My name is Glory TV, and I'm.
Is that the same guy?
My name is Agozi TV.
Yeah. So, this guy here, they work for this place. Like anytime while they pass, and they see, and sometimes he go just sit down like this. They in mood. I don't understand them. You understand? So, for 3 days, I don't pass this place. Now, I say I ask him what's be a problem because sometimes he go just the.
ó ṣorí kìdìgbà bíi brazil aṣẹ́wó ó wá sórí láì mi ó sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ já dànù jẹ́ rapture wèrè dànù where you dey rapture dànù kúrò lórí láì mi òpó nóòṣì.
I'm not gonna give him any more than it's already gotten. But you see, all publicities are good publicity. Is this a good publicity? I'm publicly begging everybody he mentioned to kindly sue that is hungry, brainless, foolish ass. Proper definition of Nani are mad. Few are roaming. AY should sue him and not relent until he pay. Yeah, so the news is that AY already filed a petition against him, which I'm glad to see that he's doing that. But he needs to see it all the way through. This needs to be this guy needs to learn a lesson. Okay, it's not gonna stop. If he gets away with it, he's not gonna stop. If he gets away with it, other people will not learn. So there's a greater reason beyond him why he must learn. He must be punished appropriately. Okay, so I'm looking at the report here by way of Punch. They said AY petitions police over Facebook users allegation of causing Yul Edochie'S marital crisis. There's a whole letter here. Attorneys for INYAMA, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna read that. Okay, so they're probably going for maybe libel, defamation, or something like that. Yeah, criminal defamation and cyber stalking. Okay, so cyber stalking. Who knows? This guy might have been in his DM already too, or maybe just this post is enough to be declared or deemed cyber stalking. You know. Somebody said, what if it's true? You know, there are a bunch of mad people on Instablog Niger, Mazi Tunde Ednot's page, Linda AKG's page, Gossip Mills page. There's a lot of mad people on those platforms, you know. So let's see what he's saying. He said, what if it's true? We already believe what he said the first time. This I'm sorry is a story. What if it's really true?
Let the poor
breathe. See now. You see now. Oh Lord. This life. People don't care, honestly. They just don't care. They don't care. You think TikTokers are wild until you meet the adults on Facebook. No button. Facebook is everybody on Facebook don't collect now. Just nah. They don't collect. If you have a Facebook account, you don't collect.
Sorry, oh.
Yeah, you need to, like, what if it's true? Yeah, what if? What if it's true? Anybody ask you what if something is something, ask them back. I say, yeah, what if? What are you thinking? Let's just assume, like, for example, yeah, it's true. What now? You know? And watch them freeze to death. You think TikTok, yes, he needs to make sure he faces the wrath of the law. Use him as a scapegoat. Allow this slide, then others will think it's okay. Yep. You know, I've been saying this for years. I showed you guys a little clip of the old show that my wife and I used to do back in 2009 to 2016 or so. And one of the things that I used to say back then, I mean, you can see the dynamics between us when we're talking about all this stuff, when we're gisting, right? And I used to be like, I don't know, you know. They're like, no, we know. She was like, we know, it's true. I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, I know that there's a lot of hungry people in Nigeria and they will lie. And in Africa in general, honestly, around the world, but obviously more so in Africa, they will lie just because they want to eat, right? And that's not an excuse. You need to go to the proper routes to find food for yourself. That's how you do it, just like everybody else, just like the rest of the 200 million people in that society, right? So, no, we're not going to accept that as an excuse. What if it's true? We don't care. We don't care.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
But I better say, make we leave Facebook for you. TikTok and Instagrammers are worse. TikTok and Instagrammers are worse. They're worse. I think there are mad people everywhere, if you ask me. You know. But I think a lot of people are saying Facebook. There's a lot of those older aunties that are on Facebook that are going viral for the wrong reasons, and some people don't want to be a part of that. It's okay. It's just social media. It's all the same as far as I'm concerned. By the way, we're on Facebook. If you ever feel stuck, you were in Korea and you couldn't access YouTube, we'll go live on Facebook as well. Anyway, I want to say shout out to everybody that came by today. I appreciate you. We're going to call this a day. We're going to drop tons of videos over the next week. I'll be back here 5 p.m. tomorrow for the Prestige Happy Hour. We'll keep having these conversations. I hope you've learned one or two things today. I have, you know. I learned that do you is for mad people. Like, no, I'm not doing me. I will do me, but I will still make sure that I'm not acting, that people are not looking at that. What's wrong with that mad person over there, right? And then this jumping on the internet and mentioning people's name and being reckless, you know, obviously that's not going to slide for much longer, because, you know, even people that did less than that, they get picked up. They lock them up, you know. But I want everybody to know that there is such a thing as defamation, and you can, in fact, file a complaint if somebody is dragging your name without proof, okay? But, you know, you also have to pick your battles when it comes to that. It's not every one of them you have to answer to, but if somebody is declaring that you slept with another colleague's, in this case, Yul Edochie'S wife, and they are saying it with their full chest, and they claim they have videos, there are people that they don't actually wait for the videos. They just go with, he said he has videos, and that's the proof that they need. I'm telling you, there's a lot of mad people on the internet, okay? You remember what that bro said? Gbadun, exactly, right? All you need to say is, I have proof, and then that's the proof. Crazy. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to go download the books. The books are available at manofprestige.com, and also make sure you buy, if you can, please buy it and leave. Big way, you're going to buy the book and leave a verified purchaser's review for us, please, on either Amazon or Audible. It goes a long way. It will be very, very helpful. Big way, everybody. Myrot is already reading it, I think she said. D-Love already left us a review. Chinye left us a review. Natu left our reviews. But Ben already left a review today. It's probably not showing yet. Maybe until tomorrow. The more we're looking for 100 reviews. Nani, you're gonna leave us a verified purchaser's review, right? Please just go to manofreceipt.com. You'll see all the links. You can also search, whichever one is easier for you. Who else was here? Lady Navora, right? You're gonna do that for me. Thank you so much. manofreceipt.com. You get access to the #1 red flag, the book, and leave us a review, a verified purchaser's review. More fresh, Marriott. Yep, I'll be waiting for your reviews. I'm patient, but we'll be waiting for all of them. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everybody. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Yes, D-Love already left a review. Thank you so much. Turn up your notifications so you are notified whenever we go live. I'll be back here, inshallah, by the grace of God, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.